Check on the audio. Yay, yay. Mike. Okay, I'm here. That's a sentence. I'm mildly awake. I'm getting more awake. I've been awake until the very moment when I opened my mouth to start speaking. It sounds like standard old Saturday morning cartoons to me. Let's get that up here. Turn that off here. And there we go. Bam. There we go. Audio. Okay, so I'm back. It's another Saturday morning. I'm gonna make some progress. So let's clear out the map of all its valuables first. Effie, did you mine by punching things? You probably did. I'm doing this to kill a little bit of time to give people a half chance to wander in, and then we'll recap before the next battle.
We need each other.
Oh, yay. Benny got a relationship boost. That's good. Stop with the milk. There's so much milk. I don't need it. Oh, Perry doesn't want the cows in his steaks. Okay, that's a little odd for her. Wheat. Oh, wheat times 3. That's good. I think wheat is a defense thing. Like, as far as I know, the food is only good for feeding to Lilith. And I have 24 goddamn milks. Sure, punching can be effective with work. New faces. I missed the last one. Yeah, so Blood Maniac. What happened last time is chapter 13 happened. I picked up Charlotte here. who is a female fighter, and if this was not such a limited run, I would be all over her, because that seems like a really interesting concept. And then I picked up another armor knight, who's like just as good as Effie, but more defense, whereas Effie's defense and attack. And Nyx died. I am not allowed to have magic. It's the same thing as what happened in my Fire Emblem 6 streams. All the magic users just the universe decides that they cannot have life. They cannot breathe. Currently, Camilla's the only one that I have that can cast magic of any kind. So it's cool that I still have somebody that can do it, but I lost my main mage.
Thanks for stopping by.
Alright, Mozu. Don't jerk me out here. Yeah, alright, that's a silver. It's not bad. Bronze Lance. That's not a good reward. I mean, I guess I could forge it. It only takes like 1 ruby. I got 4 of those. Is it worth forging a bronze? I'm thinking like that's... If I keep saving the rubies, that's... I can use those for other gems, like to trade up to other gems, which then lets me forge them into good stuff. Yeah, no, I can't afford to use Charlotte right now. From what the people were telling me last time, she is your typical fighter. She can get big crits, she can do big damage, but her accuracy is like unreliable, like mad. And I need more than that for something that is so limited and so risky. I need to be able to rely on my numbers. So what's in the armory? You're getting a royal dog killed in Wargroove?
Take your time.
Are you doing the killing, or are you just, like, letting yourself get swarmed? I'm playing bad and poor Caesar's on an island by himself. Alright, that's fair. Okay. So, who's up here? Silas gives a discount on swords. Okay. I've already got a bunch of those. Like, I've got a stiff noodle sword now, and I've got a it's on one of these units.
Many thanks.
Who got it? Who got that second sword? Items, yeah, and a compensator. So I've got a +1 and I've already got 2 +1s. I could really forge these things into a +2 now. But I guess if I did that, then I'd need another +1, so it's still good to have another sword. Yeah, and I've got some money right now, so I'll go do that.
Please, take your time.
Yeah, that sounds good. Just for the convoy, another iron sword. Just the one.
Many thanks.
Okay, staff store, what can I get?
Welcome.
I don't imagine you're gonna give me discounts on anything. Baruka, no, it's not your thing. I can get that second master seal. I think I've got 3 of those kicking around now. Tonics are all good. I'm pretty okay on those. I could always use more. Oh, a concoction might be good to have around. And 1 more heal, maybe? I guess no, I had another heal from Naomi.
Thank you.
So Inventory. At least has a heal. And there's another heal in there and a couple mushroom staffs. But the mushroom staff doesn't scale with magic the same way that the heal and the mend does. Okay, I'm gonna get one more heal.
Welcome.
Convoy's okay. Heal, yep. Bam, good.
Thank you.
Drop some food to Lilith's, who is, yeah, at level 20. She's the strongest unit anytime somebody decides to come and fuck with me in another invasion. Ooh, yes, I have 5 levels worth of defense ones now. Yay. Wheat. And Blood Maniac, if a Dargon come in, then get yourself some anti-air units. That's all you need. They're actually pretty fragile. Strength, speed, luck, defense. Okay, cool. I'll take that level. So I don't have any more dragon points. What else can I do here aside from supports? I think it's just supports now. Yeah, I can't do anything more with the buildings. There's a bunch more I'd like to have, but like an accessory shop or a mess hall or something. But I keep using my dragon points on upgrading the buildings I have because they're like... The stuff that I have is just good for resources right now. It's like stores and your lottery, which gives you free things, and your mine, which gives you free gems. What can I forge? Can I forge anything?
Thanks for stopping by.
So I can get a discount on axes. I guess that's something. I don't have the sapphires for it. And I also don't have the rubies to get a sapphire. So, no axe forge today. Do I want to forge that bronze lance?
Thanks for stopping by.
The answer is not really, but maybe it might be worth it. Wow, really? I already have enough iron swords to do, like, another +1. Bronze lance. Yeah, I've got a couple of those kicking around. Quill pen takes an onyx, but the quill pen sucks, so I'm okay with skipping that one. Fire is the magic bronze, so, like, it might be handy to have, like, a weak weapon that with a little bit more oomph to give somebody an E. Somebody some actual damage when they're in an E rank, but as soon as they get the option to, I want to buff them up to an iron. See, Moonlight might actually be worth something. I guess it only gives the might +2, but that's what the first forge always does. When you get to the second forge, it actually increases the hit chance too. Male units only, defense +2. Arthur's axe. That's pretty good, actually. The hit chance is not very good. But, a might of 10 and defense +2 is, like, yay for an axe. Oh, but male only, and my axe users are Camilla and Baruka, so, shit, they can't use it. I suppose I could get another iron bow the next time Niles is running the shop, because he's currently using just a regular iron bow that, like, just does not get much for damage. So I'm not going to forge anything bronze until I actually get a unit at the point where they're at E and they could use it, and then I'll make that decision. That sounds like a better option. Okay, still waking up here. Let's go through the supports. There's not a lot of them. Kubels and Effie can get a little bit more. Kubels and Azura, who for some reason so far haven't had anything. Effie's just Kubels, and then Benny and Charlotte. Okay. Just trying to think if there's anything else I can do before I get to that. The skills are still things that are pretty much locked down to just them. Although now I'm starting to have some people of different classes. Nah, you still can't take another knight's class skills onto a different knight. That's what I was wondering might be able to happen. Why is a range a thing? Oh, it just puts that one at the top. That's weird. Sweet coffee. Okay, let's do the supports then. Kubels and F. The wrestler. There you are. I've been looking all over for you. Wait, what are you doing? Ah, Lady Kubels. I'm just patching up this wall. After it rained the other day, I noticed that a few of the boulders were loose. We can't have that, can we? I don't understand. What kind of repairs can you possibly... Here, I'll show you. How can you lift that rock with your bare hands? Ah, it's nothing. It's just years and years and years and years and uncountable years of training and service to Lady Elise. That's right. She is a weird immortal child, isn't she? You were going to tell me a story about her last time we spoke. Are you still willing to share? Ah, certainly, but would you mind terribly if I continue working while we speak? Not at all. I'll start at the beginning. I was born in extreme poverty, a child of the streets. Yet Lady Elise herself would often visit my slum in disguise. I had no idea. Now just let me grab another rock right here. Effie, you can stop showing off for me. I'm just, please, don't put yourself also in the lineup of people that just want to fall over themselves to be on my good graces. I don't need it. As I was saying, Lady Elise visited frequently and we became fast friends. Yep. One day while we were playing, some guards began harassing us. Lady Elise was forced to reveal her identity and get them to leave us alone. The glory was so blinding at that moment that I can hardly describe it. Damn it, Shantae, with your distraction dance. 17 months, thank you. You get yourself a boop. Good morning to you, Shogun. Pardon me, Effie, but your repairs are becoming too distracting. How do you mean? I've never seen such feats of strength. It's all I can do to refrain from applauding. Perhaps you can finish telling me your story another time. Sure, I suppose so, Lady Kubels, though I have a favor to ask of you. All this lifting is making me hungry. I know it's not your place, but would you mind terribly bringing me something to eat? A whole lot of something, preferably. Ideally, a small child. I'll see if we have any lying around for you, Effie. Thank you, Lady Kubels. Bring as much food as you can carry, please. Well, that's good. They get themselves real good support now. Oh no, ugh. Is that you? What's going on? I'm fine. I was getting some water and I dropped the glass. Be careful, there are broken shards everywhere. What are you doing up at this hour? You look like you've seen a ghost. I'm alright. It was a bad dream. You must have been thrashing about. You're dripping in sweat. Here, I'll get you a fresh glass. How did you just divine that into being? Thank you, Azura. Do you want to talk about it? Your nightmare? Nah. I don't trust you. Your decision to side with Nor is really troubling you, isn't it? Seriously, how do you figure this stuff out? I can't hide anything from you. I've suspected this for a few days now. You've been looking dejected, and there's the hand-wringing and the sighing and that pouty thing you do with your lips that I can never pull my eyes away from. Those wonderful, plump, red lips. I mean, what is it that... I get it! The thing is, I know I made the right decision. I put a lot of thought into it. I believe this is the best way to bring about peace. But I have nightmares every night about the Hoshidans that I've killed, even though I've never killed any because I keep telling people not to kill them. That is weird. If you believe this path leads to peace, then you have to keep walking down that road. You're right, I can't give up just because it's hard. Thanks, Zura. Alright, so Kubels has C ranks with, like, almost everybody on the team, except for, like, her own sister, which is a little odd. That's good. Just by being in the thick of things, my units will get supports. And Benny and Charlotte. Hey, Charlotte. Did someone say my name? Who could it? Oh, it's me. You should announce yourself first, Benny. That was a cute act and sweet smile I'll never get back. Thanks. It's good to know that you think you waste things on me. I've been doing it my whole life. It'd be pretty sad if I wasn't good at it. I have to be ready at any moment to put on the helpless lady act. So stupid. Men have this idiotic dream girl in their minds, but if I don't play the part... If everyone knew your real personality, they'd be really surprised. Don't even joke about that, Benny. In fact, just so we're clear, if you tell everyone that I'm acting most of the time, well, they may never find all of you. I don't plan on it. Good. As long as they think I'm cute and need help, they'll offer me all kinds of things. Here comes some folks. It's a pain. I've got no choice. Hello there. How are you all doing? She could teach him a thing or two about fighting if she wanted. Okay, so Charlotte is a two-faced bitch. And that's that. Supports are done. I will sort out the inventories next time in the fight. I think that's a better idea than doing it here in the base. Let's go. Still no more invasion, so off to Chapter 14. Kubels is filled with doubt after witnessing brutality in Cheve. Before Kubels can share these doubts with King Garen, the Hoshidan army appears at Nestra. Alright, let's go. Voice of Paradise. This place looks pretty good for a medieval city. It's a nice setup.
Hey.
Are you sure we shouldn't go straight home?
Yes.
Yes, silly sister. Father wishes to meet with us here in Circensia. It's his favorite town in all of Nestra.
Huh?
But isn't it dangerous for Father to travel to a place like this and anywhere outside of his safe room? You know, just for virtue of the fact that everybody in the world wants to shoot him in the neck. It's fine. Father comes here often and nothing bad has ever happened. Nestra's neutral territory, so you need not fear unless you try to start a fight.
I see.
So we should be safe here. That's a relief.
Stay on your toes.
It's always best to remain on guard. Stay on your toes, Kubels. I kind of forgot that I was a thing since I haven't shown up for a while. This territory may be neutral, but there may be unruly Hoshidans about.
Leo!
Leo! Long time no see, sister. I'm so happy to see you. Did you finish Father's mission already?
Yes.
For the most part. All that's left is to guard Father during his time here. After that, I'm free to do as I please. That means I'll be joining you.
Thank you.
Oh, what convenient timing. I just lost my mage.
Lord Leo.
My lord, you finally arrived. I've been so worried. My mind has been spiraling into a dark abyss ever since we parted. That might be because you're a zombie. Why, Kubels, did you insist on chaining him and bringing him with us? You should have left him to rot. It's nice to have you back while you were doing the king's bidding. We couldn't help but wonder what awful trials he was forcing you to endure. We've been terribly worried. This has gotten way too mushy, way too fast. I'd appreciate your concern, both of you, but give me some breathing room.
Okay.
Sorry.
As you wish.
I will because I'm antisocial. I was trying to make you feel better. If you're quite finished, Father should be here shortly. I'm expected to be at the theater well before he arrives, if you'll excuse me. What's at the theater? That's right, this is your first time in the fair time of Circensia. This place is known for its incredible singers and dancers. They always put on a big performance whenever Father comes to visit. That sounds interesting. If you're free, you should take the time to watch. It's sure to be breathtaking. Even warriors need to rest now and then, just don't get carried away. I must be going. I'll catch up with you later. It's so hard to put up a front when I'm still reeling from the tragedy in Cheve. As fun as it sounds, I'm in no mood for a show right now. I mean, I really liked Nyx. Maybe Hans was lying. It's possible Father didn't really intend for us to... No, Kubel, stop trying to give Darth Dad the benefit of the doubt. He is... evil. I'll ask him about it whenever I get the chance. I need to know. And if he did give the order, maybe I can convince him there's a better way. I thought this was a destroyed stadium because I thought that all those boats, which are supposed to be seats, were like busted up bleachers. This is Sir Kensia's opera house? It's incredible.
Sister.
Over here.
Oh.
There you are. I'm glad I finally found you. I've never seen such a huge crowd. It's something else, isn't it? You're just in time. Father arrived moments ago. Father, Kubels is here. Father?
I have received word about the incident in Cheve. I am told you eradicated the rebels as well as the unarmed townspeople.
Father, let me explain.
Well done.
You did well, Kubels.
Huh?
When I heard your group destroyed Cheve, I couldn't have been prouder. Rebellions are like seeds. One must salt the earth before they sprout. I knew you'd eventually come round and learn to accept my method of rule. I'm told you even enjoyed watching the life spark fade from the injured rebel soldiers. Hans praised you highly for displaying behavior befitting a Norian royal.
No.
But Father, that's not true. Why would he say that? You, Dad, who's clearly evil and wants to kill me at every turn, you're in a position where you think that I did a good? That's like, I should really take advantage of the situation. Instead, I'm going to undercut it immediately. I need to talk to you about what happened in Cheve. If you'll please allow me to... Lady Kubels, the performance is about to begin. Please take your seat.
Let me explain.
Such an important show cannot be delayed for one person, even a princess. You can discuss your newfound Norian pride with the king later. What's wrong? Did something happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, something awful, but I suppose I'll have to discuss it later.
Right.
There's entertainment to be had. Your seat is right over there. Please hurry, it's about to begin.
Understood.
I'll fill you in later.
Well,
It occurs to me I haven't seen Azura in a while. She would love to see this. I hope she found a seat somewhere. I'm pretty sure she don't need one.
Embrace the dark, you call home. Gaze upon an empty white throne, a legacy of lies, a familiar disguise.
This is actually a pretty good song.
Sing with me a song of conquest and fate. The black mirror cracks beneath its weight.
Except when they try to cram stuff in on that off-tune thing. Groans of increasing discomfort. I get the sense he's possessed somehow. Which, you know, kind of sucks. I would rather he just be evil for evil's sake. What is wrong? King Garen. Soldiers, capture that performer. Do it now. Her song may have been a curse of some kind. A curse, Father? We need to catch that singer. The stage is empty.
can't be.
Did she get away? She can't have gotten far. Let's hurry. I wonder who it could possibly have been.
Right.
Wait up!
Ooh, who are you? Stop right there, Narians. Hoshidan soldiers. Back away if you wish to live. This war ends now, and the way to peace begins with the Norian king's death.
What was that?
You intend to buy peace with death? That is madness, even though that's how all wars are justified.
I see.
So the Hoshidans are responsible for that singer's curse. I should have known.
What?
What are you rambling on about? Don't play dumb. One of your underlings performed a cursed song to hurt our father. No he didn't. Leave it to a filthy Nurian to fabricate a story and try to distract us. You're a liar and a coward. I won't let you get away with this.
Hey.
Oh, hi. I just snuck out from behind stage. What's going on? Where have you been?
My apologies.
I wasn't feeling well, so I went outside to get some air. Why are there Oshidan soldiers here?
Yeah.
They've come to kill father. They used some strange song to incapacitate him. While you were outside, did you see a strange woman fleeing the opera house? She was about your height and your weight and had your hair and your staff.
No.
I did not. Sir, you refuse to back down. We'll just have to kill y'all. We have no choice. We'll have to fight them off.
Understood.
All right. Half sec here. I needed to make sure the heat was on. My legs are very cold. Okay. Victory condition is to defeat the boss. There is one neutral unit on the board. Keaton, with a beast stone. So you are a beast boy, eh? Skill 5, speed 3, -2, defense plus dodge. Enables a wolf's skin or kitsune to fight as a beast. And Beast Rune is skill -2, speed -1, defense +4, resist, and dodge +10. Enables a tougher beast form. So he's basically like the tiger and the lion. Or sorry, the cat and the tiger forms from the Tellius games. Like he's like a Laguz, except that he can do different things with it. That would be handy to have on my team, I think. Norian, a human-beast hybrid said to feed on humans, high strength and speed. He's got a rating of 80 for a level of 15, which is pretty on par with what some of my other units have. That means he's currently good. Like, he's not starting off really overpowered or really underpowered. Like, if he was really underpowered, I'd be thinking he might be an Est. We're getting to the point of the game where they might want to throw one of those at me. But if he's really overpowered, then he's like a pre-promote meant to fill a gap, and his growths aren't very good. But he seems like he might be pretty okay. I'm not sure who to send to talk to him. May obtain 3 gems or ingredients for first 7 turns. Wow. That's nice, just to have on hand for the sake of, like, running the shop. Enables the unit in an animal form to deal damage, bonus damage to beasts, and odd-shaped, +4 damage on odd-numbered turns. It'd be handy to have one of those dudes on my team. Okay, so what an oddly shaped fucking stage. So the ground units are going to be very limited in the path that they can take. Although I could send units north and then just get like all of this free open space to work with. I'll have to approach the Shrine Maiden with the silence, but I think I'd have to do that regardless, unless I snuck entirely around the south side. So I'll have to send 1 or 2 units at least south to deal with Keaton, or to like try to get him on my side. I'm thinking Kubels might be the best option, unless they give me some kind of hint as to why someone else would be a better bet. And past that, the boss is up north, but you can't get at him from here. So it looks like the shortest path to the boss. Oh, that's a partition. So the shortest path to the boss looks like it's actually south and then cut up. Because I don't have a pre-promote that uses a sword to get on the good side of that mace. If I could get him to swap to magic, then I could hit him with a lance. But on a map where it's defeat the boss, I plan on sticking around for as long as possible anyways, just so that I can kill everybody and get all the experience. Like, there's no need to rush it. So, let's take a look at what is available. Oh, also, let's take a look at his stats. So, because of the Beast Stone that he's got equipped right now, he's got a bunch of stat changes going on. So, he would have a skill with a skill of 10, a speed of 13. It's right there, base value, and a defense of 16. Defense of 16 is good. That's pretty good. Really good chance to hit. Pretty decent attack. Pretty decent avoidance too, and both of these will give him that. Movement of 5, okay. So, let's start from the person next to the boss. You've got Entrap, warps an enemy to an adjacent space. That's also very rare. I'm not so worried about the silence now. I'm worried about that, because that's going to pull me into a space next to the boss. And I can't even leave a flyer unit on top of one of the partitions to approach. It's straight impassable. Even the flyers are going to be limited by these bounds. Yeesh. So with a movement of 7, I could get a flyer in there to take out that entrapper, but that would leave a flyer right next to this stinky archer. Good news, I can approach the archer farther, like with a greater distance. All right, I can get in the archer's attack range before I'm in the entrap range. So if I do that, kill the archer, then I can send in Camilla or Baruka to deal with the archer outside of the attack radius of this dude, because this is a C entrance. I can work with that. And then the boss will be defenseless. Well, not defenseless, but he won't have these two around him. Steel Yumi, which is -3 effective speed. You've got a silence, and the only magic users I have left are Camilla and Elise. Why are these green? I don't understand. I'm sorry. Oh, also I get Leo now! Yay! Wow, what an oddly great time for Nyx to die. On the chapter before I get the magic unit everybody's been telling me is the only good one. My older brother unironically loves the Awakening Fates, but only because of the marriage and shipping mechanics. He knew everything there was to know about Awakening Fates before he owned either one. He would talk about how much he loves the love to the point that's what turned me off. That sucks, Blood. Your brother loves everything about these games that I hate. Green means the stat is capped. Okay. Good. Wow. Elise has capped stats before promotion. That's awesome. Elise has a rating of 108. That's not meant for combat. But here's the good news. When she promotes and gets access to magic, because I'm imagining that's what's going to happen, she's going to promote into something that can fight back. I can use her as another mage killer, because she's got so much magic and so much resistance that I feel like she will punch through enemy mages. Anyways, you have the silence. Oh, shit. Okay, so actually that means that I have Elise to worry about, Camilla, and you will ruin Leo. But Leo still has an iron sword, so he won't be ruined. He can use other abilities. And the silence has 4 shots. Avoidance of 31, avoidance of 45. I'm tempted to let him try it on Elise, because she's got so much more avoidance. But if he hits Elise, I have no healer. Camilla and Leo can continue to fight even without their magic, so they're the better ones to absorb the silence. And I should move them into range immediately. So that, like, later on, I'm not worried about trying to get the silence out and having to keep Elise sort of pussyfooting around outside of his range for a turn or two. Like, I want to get rid of that silence as quick as possible. Steal Yumi. 20% HP after any combat this unit initiates. You don't. Throwing Club. Adjacent enemies suffer negative 20 avoidance. Pike Ruin. Effective against spears and naginata. Weak against other weapons. Isn't that what an axe is anyways? What's the point of that? Oh, or does that mean that he doesn't get weapon advantage over, say, Kaze? Because he's not using a pike specifically, he's using a shuriken. So it has disadvantage to everything except those? Throwing Club is a ranged one, negative 5 effective speed. Steel Club, okay, those are all standards. Enfeeble. Okay, so that also sucks, but it won't ruin me. It's just a little bit of an annoyance. You have a chest key. There's a lot of ranged annoyances on this map. Steel Katana. Pass through spaces occupied by enemies. I'll have to remember him. I need to set somebody up to attract him, but not somebody weak behind. Well, if I could do that if I like set up a wall and then made sure that every space behind it was still occupied so that he can't stand there. And another pass through, okay. So 2 Naginata users with Darting Blow. When they initiate, they get plus 5 effective speed, so they will double somebody. Like, they'll get 25 speed. There are few people on my team that can withstand that. Azura won't get doubled. Camilla would. Niles would not. And Kubels would not. And Kaze would not. Mozu would. Everybody else would. So, only Kaze, Kubels, Azura, Elise, and Niles would be resistant to that darting blow. You guys don't have skills, okay. Down here you've got negative 20 avoidance, another Pike Ruiner, Steel Club, another negative 20% HP, Steel Yumi, Sword Catcher, which reverses it. Oh no, it's just the same thing. It's not a reverse, it just fucks up swords more. And then Boss. With your Steel Mace, negative 3 effective speed, Ox Spirit, defense plus 1. You've got a lot of defenses. Magic damage dealt from an attacking enemy is dealt back, so hitting him in his weak resistance is not a good idea. When he gets to go first, he gets 19 speed. That's a lot for a club user. And plus 40 when the unit initiates an attack. So I should really try to make sure that he doesn't start the attack. Like, once I get everybody around him, I should try to just math it out and make sure that I can kill him on my turn before he gets a chance to go. Okay. I've checked out the map. Wait, there's one more thing. I know I saw some chests, but they're going to be very difficult to see here. So there's a chest up here, and there's a chest here. And I think that's it. Select the units. Nuke everybody so that we can start from scratch. Elise, you're in. Excuse. I'm starting to think that you're gonna... You might hit level cap on this map. But I'm not gonna send you in with a Master Seal. Kubels has access to the convoy at any time, so if you need to, you can pull it from there. Leo is already guaranteed to be here. I'm gonna need my flyers. And I'm gonna need Azura. Selena and Silas sat out last round. I need one of my chest openers, at the very least one. And with the amount of flyers on this map, I'm thinking it ought to be Niles, but then Kaze is also really good for the stat debuffs. So actually, here's the better question. Do I have enough units that I really need to get all iffy on what I can take? Yes, I do. Shit. I can select 4 more, and I want 5. Good news is they're all pretty evenly balanced in levels. They're all 15, 16. And all of the enemy units are 14, 15. So I'm a little bit ahead of the curve. Just, like, to the point where I'm not really even comfortable saying I'm ahead of it. It's more like I'm on it. I really need to, like, I think I might need to pick a unit and, like, drop them. It's getting to that point. Because I've already lost Odin and Nyx. And Jacob. And now there's Keaton here, and he's very unique, and I'd like to use him. But I've already got so many units that I can't take them all into every fight. I could capture Kumagera, but why would I? He doesn't do anything for me. I've already got a bunch of enemy soldiers like that I've captured that I'm just never fucking using. Okay, so sorry. Oh, right, and there's fucking Leo here now too. God damn, there's too many units. I have to make a decision. I have to pick somebody to drop. And to stop feeding experience to. I can't keep it up with everybody. Hey, Axel. So, that's a more tricky decision. So let's basically reset this. I won't drop Camilla because Royals, I've heard, are like almost critical to the way this game plays. Same goes for Elise. Azura's a dancer. You stick around. Effie she's already got like stream memes associated with her, so you get to stick around. Selena has been nothing but reliable, and I feel like a hero is going to be just really handy. She's speedy and defensive. That's a good combo. Leo is going to be a stick-around unit because he's also a royal. Mozu is too because she's a villager. And she's already becoming scary. Like, she's a villager with a rating of 86. And she's got high speed, high skill, and her strength is recovering? I've still got this idea that she's fragile, and I don't think she can take a hit very well, but if she can get on the offensive, or, like, pair her up with somebody to boost her stats, she's terrifying. Asian Gamer, if you want to suggest units, go for it. Don't suggest anybody that I don't have already. Like, don't spoil anything. I'm currently trying to decide which units to abandon, basically. Because I can't keep feeding experience to everybody. Like, ideally, all of these guys from this row down, I've already abandoned. But, like, I can only take 4 more on the map. I have Baruka, Silas, Benny, Kaze, and Niles. And on this map, I'm also going to pick up Leo and hopefully this Keaton guy. And I want to use both of them because I don't have whatever Keaton is already. So that's another unique element on my team. I think you guys are right. Niles is currently my only archer, so you get to stick around. You also have capture and busting open chests, so you are a keeper. A debuffer would be really good. Like, I feel like they're super handy for bosses, but people have also been telling me that Kaze's stats just do not grow. So he's here as a support unit, but never really a good combat unit. And that makes him weirdly situational. I think you're right. Silas is going to be necessary because, like, he's a Cavalier. He may not have the most amazing of stats, but a Cavalier, like, that range is good. And he does have this this awesome Shelter command, which, like, even if his stats aren't amazing, I can use Shelter creatively to, like, do ranged pricks at units that won't move. Is it mostly better to focus on one group of characters rather than try to keep your team level balanced? Yes. In Fire Emblem, yes. Like, maybe if you're playing on casual, or if you're playing in a game, in a particular game that allows for grinding, you can keep everybody level balanced. But Fates does not, and all the Fire Emblems that I like do not. They have a finite amount of enemy units and a finite amount of experience to be gained. If you try to keep everybody level balanced, you will fall behind. There's not enough to go around. And I am playing in what some consider to be one of the hardest Fire Emblems, the most complicated gameplay-wise, and I'm playing on hard mode, and I'm playing without child units, which is like a good third of the potential army. So, like... And I keep looking at the enemy units, and I'm not pulling ahead the way that I normally do in a Fire Emblem game when you do proper experience drip. Like, when you pick your team and you make sure they keep getting their levels, you should naturally start to pull ahead a little bit. Because you're like, thinking about it. But I feel like I've been distributing it a little bit too evenly, because I'm always, like, on par with the enemies. Granted, the enemies have been boosted a little bit because it's hard mode, I'm sure. But, like, you have an easier time of it if you pick a strike team and focus on them. Child units also give maps for EXP, so that's more added difficulty without them. I was thinking about that, too. I'm not picking up the child units so they won't ever steal my experience, but I'm also straight up not getting S ranks, period, so those maps won't even spawn. Of the units that I have right now, Silas is the one that I'm most on the fence about, honestly. Like, I want Baruka because I currently have almost no axe users. I've got a couple sword users, and I've got a bunch of lance users, but Camilla's the only one that uses an axe, and she's a pre-promote. And Baruka has proved herself pretty damn effectively. She's got high skill, high strength, high defense, and decent speed, and she's a flyer. So, like, what Silas has in mobility, Baruka also has. And thus, Silas really only has the shelter to bring him up in usefulness. So I'm really leaning towards Benny because I fucking love Armor Knights. to the point where I would take Benny over Silas. Yes, I have Effie, but I also lost Odin, and Odin was gonna be the Sword Master, which is my actual favorite class, and thus I don't have him. So 2 Armor Knights would just make me feel really good. And this is blind, and it's permadeath, and a unit that can resist death is better than a unit that's fast. So, Silas, you have served me very well so far, and I regret that I will not have access to your shelter command. Maybe I can bring it back in another future one if I hit a point where it's like I could really make use of this. I can just sub you in. But I think... And people have been iffy about Silas this entire game. I ask people about Silas and their response is always, he's alright. So if that's how it goes, and I have to pick a unit to drop, he's top on the chopping block. Benny is basically the pure wall to Effie's more typical stats. See, that's exactly what I like an Armor Knight for. I feel like Benny's gonna be a brick... No, Benny's gonna be a shit brick house. And I don't mean like a bad brick house. I mean a brick shit house, but flipped, because he's unique like that. Whereas Effie can take a hit and then will bend people in half with her pinky finger. So Effie's an offensive armor unit, and Benny is just like, you will never kill him, which is really, really good to have. I want that. And yeah, that's it. I think I've talked myself out of it. Silas is the dropped unit here. Without Cantor, which is an ability that the Cavaliers and Paladins had in the GBA Fire Emblems. Without that, it loses a lot of its effectiveness, in my mind. Kaze is good for anti-mage, so is Niles. But, like, Kaze will also debuff bosses, and using that, I can pull off crazy shit like killing Ryoma in Chapter 12. That still doesn't fix the issue of I'm gonna have to do this again next map, when now I have Leo and Keaton in the mix to deal with. But it has solved my decision for me here. So, let's strip the appropriate units of their weapons, the ones that I'm not using. I'm usually a really big proponent of Cavaliers. I like them. Silas is not really keeping up in terms of rating compared to the other soldiers on my team. And rating, I know, is not a be-all, end-all, but it is a good, like, at a glance, look as to the unit's statistics and, like, their overall net worth in a battle. And he's got less than Kaze does. I mean, Kaze has a weapon, sure, but Kaze can debuff. And Silas's, like, abilities don't really have that much use either. He can move a lot, but then I've got, you know, Camilla and Baruka to do that for me. And Leo's on a horse. And other units will get on a horse when they get classed up. Okay, inventory. So, Kubels, let's go ahead and store that Master Seal. You don't need it. You have a ranged sword and a stiff noodle. I feel like that Kodachi might be better off going to somebody else, but you have Yato, Dragonstone, stiff noodle. Camilla's does not need that Blessed Lance. There are no monsters on this map, so you don't need that. I think if I got, yeah, I got Nyx's magics back, so there's no need for you to be dragging around a Thunder when you could take the Shocker. Restores a lot of HP after combat. Good. I'm gonna leave her with a fire, just because, like, I know that Camilla can ruin units. I don't want her to. I want her to weaken units for other units to get the kill right now. Once I start getting some other promotes, then Camilla will enter into the regular rotation. Elise has everything she needs for now. Azura's got a brass Naginata, and you shouldn't ever be fighting, so you don't necessarily need more. Nothing I have gives you extra avoidance, so none of it matters. But the Naginata will give you dodge plus 10. Yes, so that's good for you. Effie has a ranged weapon. You don't need that bronze lance. You've got Perry's ranged javelin weapon. You've got your folding chair. Yeah, I've got a lot of javelins kicking around. I mean, lances. So many bronze lances. Blessed, brass. We'll come back to Effie. Selena is going to need the compensator. We'll also give her... God, look at all these swords. Norian Blade is defense plus 3. You have defense of 14, but a lot of speed. That's not bad. It's not bad to have. It would let her act as a little bit more of a wall. Like, she'll be there with defense of 17. Which is... Effie. That would make Selena into Effie. Yeah, and if Kubels needs higher defense, then she can use the Dragon Stone. Fuck, I said I was gonna look up what it's like to change Kubels' class. Because Kubels, I also set Kubels' like, chosen class to Armor Knight. Maybe I shouldn't take it now that I'm actually rocking 2 of them. We'll also give you, so the Kodachi is -5 effective speed, but it also just can't, it can't hit twice. So it's more about, will that speed still be fast enough to prevent you from being hit twice? Are there even any armored units on the map this time? I still don't think I've got any of those here. No, there are no armored units, so the Armor Slayer is just unnecessary. The Norian has a might of 5, so I could give her a steel sword. For, like, heavier hits. And she's already pretty fast, so there might be times when she can make use of that. Is Kubels or Selena a better place to put that ranged sword? Kubels has more speed and more strength. You would be able to do more damage with it, but less defense. Kubels can slaughter units pretty damn well on her own. I'm gonna give it to Selena just in the hopes of, like, there might be another instance where she can get a ranged shot and get a kill to catch up a bit. Because she's only 14. She's a little bit behind the curve here. Silas can Juggernaut if you give him a good para-partner in Tonic/Mess Hall. See, that's the thing. Too. In this game, and in Fire Emblems in general, I do not like to metagame. I don't like knowing about all the things that I can do to make a unit super powerful. I don't like swapping a ton of skills. I don't like reclassing units to just, like, pick up all of the best shit. My ideal Fire Emblems are, here is unit, they are class, go. When they promote, they become class 2, go. That's it. Nice and simple, and you just have to deal with what you are given. I'm glad those options are there for people that enjoy them. I don't enjoy them. So if I need to make use of a ton of extra stuff to make a unit viable, erase all that extra stuff. The unit's not viable. That's the way that I look at these things. Just change everyone who can be a knight into a knight. That's... I think you're right. I think that's clearly the way to do this. I'll give everybody a javelin and a folding chair, and I will be unstoppable. Yeah, Jacob's dead. Jacob is dead. Odin is dead. Nyx is dead. Using units like Mozu takes more resources? No, it doesn't. Mozu started at level 1, and she takes a bit of babying to get there. But, like, once she's going, she has crazy good stats. Because of aptitude. That's, like, the whole point of a villager and of an Est archetype in general. I have consistently bought defense tonics to give to Mozu to make her more viable, and then use them on somebody else because she didn't need them. Mozu is fine. So Selena's good. Mozu has the javelin and the butt poker. You can store that. Benny's got a steel lance, which I feel like is not a very good... Maybe it is a good option for him, because he's only got 6 speed, so he's almost always going to get doubled anyway. Thus, I may as well just double down on it and, like, make sure that I'm getting a good chunk of damage. Yeah, every single unit on the map can double Benny. Okay. So, from now and on forever, don't care about Benny's speed. Just assume he will always be doubled, give him so much defense that it doesn't matter. So the Steel Lance is actually still a good idea for him. But for Mozu, and you're right, actually Mozu has the butt poker, which is essentially a Steel Lance, but it doesn't give me the speed debuff, so that's fine. The Javelin hits a little bit harder. Effie doesn't need that extra 4 might. So she's fine with the Parry's Lance. Yeah, actually, I'm pretty good on lances. I'll give Benny a weak lance in case I decide that I would like to weaken somebody and give someone else the kill. Just for options. Mozu could probably do with a vulnerary. Niles has his iron bow. Niles, you are hurting for a steel bow or for a forged bow or something. It's just I need to watch for the next time he's running the weapon shop so that I can pick up some shit on sale. Because he just does not have a lot. Restores 20% of enemies' max HP. Why the hell would you ever use that? Take the bronze just for options again. Baruka's got the Sour Fang handy axe and a dual club, so that's good. Because Camilla has magic for ranged. So you have handy axe as your ranged. And Camilla's fine with a steel axe because she's got the speed for it. What else do I have for axes? I can't use Arthur's because it's male units only. Resistance +3. And it does more damage than an iron axe. Not than my Sour Fang. Oh, but it has very bad hit chance. But she does have a skill of 20. Take that bone axe, just, you know, options. Kaze is all good. Alright, I think I'm roughly happy. Do I have any forged weapons that are still just kicking around inside the convoy? Wow, it's right there on the screen. How did I not remember what that word was? I do have another steel sword. Let's give that to Kubels. It's a little bit more than the Yatto and the Stiff Noodle, so just in case I have a point where it's like 1 damage too little, I can use that. I think that's about as good as I'm gonna get. That's also check out what Leo is carrying with him. So Leo has Heartseeker, -20 avoidance. That's good. Another Dark Mage. Malefic Aura. Enemies within 2 spaces take +2 damage when hit by a magic attack. And his unique is +3 damage dealt and -1 damage taken against injured foes. So if I wound somebody first, then Leo's stat changes come into effect. Interesting. So it's like Camilla's, except that it's not about adjacent allies. It's just like... It's just for me. Just for Leo. The typical Iron Sword and Brynhildr. Leo only may have damage from magical attacks. Okay. He's got a resistance of 20, so he shouldn't be getting hit by magic too much, but it's cool to have. And he can only use an Iron Sword anyways. Kubels has the Yato and doesn't need the Stiff Noodle, and I have the Steel Sword. I'm going to give Leo the Stiff Noodle as soon as we start. But okay, last thing before we get started here. I've been streaming for an hour. Oh, this is... I always get frustrated by how long it takes to get into combat, and then I remember this is just what Fire Emblem is. I disagree. Villager's not a weak class. Villager starts as a weak class and grows like a weed. That's an archetype in Fire Emblem that is always good to put the time into, because at the end, when you need it, they're good. To double an enemy, no, you don't have to have double their speed, you have to have +5. And yeah, I'm happy to see a bunch of people chatting too, Blood Maniac, it's yay. I don't want to hear about what's broken. Don't tell me about what's broken. That's just gonna put ideas in my head. And I don't want those ideas. That stuff has to come up naturally to feel like it's actually worth anything to me. Otherwise, it's just like, if I'm not doing it, then I'm not doing it optimally. Ugh. And that is how my brain works, and it actually affects my enjoyment of games. Okay, so I'm planning on sending Kubels, maybe Leo to the south to talk to Keaton, but I can't move either of those guys. So my plan on the start is, I think I'm gonna want to send the main bulk of my army north to get on this big open space. And then I'm gonna have to leave a flyer up here so that they're at the ready to come and kill the Shrine Maiden. But I'm also gonna have to send a little bit of a retinue of defense along with Kubels Leo down here. So who's gonna go with them? It's a bunch of archers, so Baruka and Camilla are out. You guys go to the north. There are 2 archers up here too, but, like, also other units they can fight. Excuse me. I'm not sure if these katana wielders are going to rush me immediately, so I'll set up a lance user to defend against that. Maybe the better bet is just to send down Kubels and Leo, like, with paired up units. So that they get crazy defensive boosts. I don't really see much for enemy mages on the map either, so I don't need the mage killers too much. Kaze will probably be useful mostly for stat debuffs and for pair-ups, because he'll give an extra move. But if I go north, I'm gonna have to press through this silence, which is good for Camilla. She can attract that. Then we punch through the bridge, and then we're up. Okay, so the archers are actually not the first ones I need to worry about. It's the axe users. So that means I need sword users up front. Selena, you lead the charge. Or maybe, better idea. There. So Camilla can come up here, get silenced, come up here, swap, and give Selena 2 more defense when fighting these guys. Is there anybody else I can send to, like, swap out instead of Camilla so that Baruka can come in and just, like, do a quick switcheroo? Niles has speed, but Selena will already double these guys, so I don't need that. Mozu gives skill and luck, but she's already got plenty of skill. She doesn't have a weapon equipped. That's a problem. Equip that compensator. Okay, so a hit of 116. I feel like she's going to hit those guys pretty reliably, so I don't need more skill. I would love more strength and defense. Honestly, just straight up more strength and defense. So I'm thinking I'll pair up Effie with Baruka. And then Baruka... So Camilla, come up here, attract the silence. Then we walk up here. Baruka will swoop in behind, swap out Camilla for Effie, and then we have Selena with Effie ruining these guys. That's the current plan for up here. Azura can follow in closely behind. Elise will go along for support. If we need healing items, Kubels is the convoy. I can pull out a Vuln, but I should also just probably take a Vuln so that I don't have to waste time doing that. Benny is defending the line against these guys in case they want to move on me. I think I'll leave Kaze with Benny for that. We'll send Niles up north with the rest of them. And if these guys need pair-up units... Actually, Neither of them needs skill that much. But it's against archers. Leo has a defense of 16. That is not insignificant. Who gives defense boasts? Boasts. Actually, Benny does. If I gave Benny to Leo, he would be able to much better take the archer shots. And if I give Kaze to Kubels, then Kubels can walk farther. This whole thing is kind of dependent on who's going to charge me. If the Pegasus charges, then I need to worry about that. If the Samurais charge, then I need to worry about that. But I can't know that until the map starts. Sorry. Hello? Sorry. Parents called me at 9:30 on a Saturday morning. That's never happened before. Okay. Yeah, so I think I'm pretty happy. I don't have anything specific to do with Niles right now, but I'm probably gonna give Benny to Leo, Kaze to Kubels, and then send Niles and Mozu just like down here with them, so that we've got two really good groups going on. Check on the chat one more time before we go. Nice become good in the end when the game's giving you many good units. Usually in Fire Emblem, the early game is the hardest part of the game. Most S join too late to be useful. There's only a couple games. Most actually got nerfed and a bit of his stats. Killa, you can keep making your case, but I just disagree. Period. I use Ests. Period. Like, most people in... I don't know what the general idea for Fire Emblem stuff is either. And, like, if the early game is the hardest part, that's where I have fun. A lot of fun doing high stress, very careful experience distribution to grow units so that in the end game, I can be unstoppable Hulks. That's my payoff at the end for all the work up front. And the game gives you quote-unquote good units in the end as fillers in case your units at the beginning have fucking died. That's it. That's the reason that they're there. Because the early game units are almost universally going to be better if you've grown them the whole game. The Ests, because they start out so super tiny low, they have the whole growth curve from like 0 to 40 with their higher percentages. So if you get them to the top, they are unstoppable superhumans. They end up better, period. Full stop. Like, I don't see how that is debatable. That's the whole point of them. Pre-promotes in every game have broken stats? No, they don't. Pre-promotes have passable stats. And some of the really highlighted ones have pretty good stats for when they join, but their growths are awful. They come in strong and they don't get any better. I've made a real mess for myself. I came down the mountain to gather bugs for my collection, but now I'm lost. What's going on over there? I thought I heard a ruckus, but wow, that's a lot of people. That lady looks nice. I'll ask her for directions back up the mountain. I may have a horrible sense of direction, but I'm a great judge of character. So which lady? Are you talking about Azura or are you talking about me? You said lady. I'm guessing that means me. And yes, whether or not your units rose based off of RNG, that's part of the point. That doesn't mean you can completely discount growths. The growths are based on a percentage, on an average, and you have to go off of that. You can't just say this unit might not level up this thing, so fuck it, I can't plan for it. No, that's not how statistics work. Okay, so. Bam. I don't care about the strength boost, but this will give you a big defense boost. And then... oh, I have to get next to you to do that, right. So we'll hop down here. Wait. I'll have you hop down here. Trade that. Take that, stiff noodle. And we're good. Kaze, you come and support up Kubels for more move. Plus speed, resistance, and... oh, Niles also gives plus move. I didn't know that. Attack pen, 1 move. Okay. And you would give skill and luck. I think I'd rather, yeah, give it to Mozu for now, so you come along. Or actually, you know what? It's probably actually better for these guys to be separated, so that they can be used for attacks. Anywhoozits, let's get you in range. We'll have Camilla. Oh shit! Excuse me. I should have done this with Camilla. Okay, that space is still out of range of the archers. That's what I wanted. You waltz up here. Switch. I'll equip the fire, just so that it's like an extra thing, an extra temptation to come and get at me. Baruka, go to here. Azura, come to here.
This is my mission.
Baruka, continue. Wait. Ooh, actually, I could do this right now with the first one. That guy has a ranged weapon. Ooh, but that ranged weapon is going to be... I was wondering if I could do that with Effie. But Baruka also has a handy axe. So I could get... No, I can't quite get there. So we can't start the offense just yet. Good. Shit. I didn't think the archers would move. Okay, so everybody's charging. Wonderful. This is terrible. This is way more moving than I thought was going to move. So what I can do now is I could get Benny up here. They'll have a weapon advantage over Benny. That sucks. That would block it off. I think Leo's the better option. Leo has weapon advantage over them. And he's got Benny for defense. In the north, we've got Sky Knights on the move. They look like they're chasing the north units. And then we've got Hoshidans down here. I'm not doing this, but so that's 12 damage. It's not bad. Yeah, I can't go on the offense because then the Sky Knights are going to come after me. And Mozu is doing better, but she still can't... She's not a tank. She's not meant to take a bunch of hits. We've got an attack of 22. And an effective speed of 16. That's one too high to get doubled by Mozu, which kind of sucks. If I gave her Niles, she'd be able to do it. But that takes out Niles' capability as a supporting attacker. And if I set them up, then I have to make sure that Mozu has some kind of defense. Otherwise, they're going to double attack her. This might actually be a position where it's better to go drop Benny. It would take away Leo's bonus, but Benny could hold this line on his own. That also leaves me without the Leo to come and block these guys the way I wanted to. Because you can only do like 5 damage to me, and I can absolutely destroy you. If I gave Benny to Mozu, she'd be more capable of taking a hit. And I really want to get this involved here. That's 14 damage. That's too much. I'm trying to think here. Kubels does not have a lot of defense. You can't take too many of these hits. I really did... I don't want to say that I fucked it up, but this is not ideal right now. Because I want Benny and Leo to be my walls here, and they're both together. I can only have one of them do it. Although, maybe not, because these samurais can only move that far. So if I just push forward and have Lenny and Bio come up here, deal with the archers. Then I've also got Leo's 8 movement to go back, swap to Benny, and then serve as a wall for these guys. I think that's the play. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. So let's do as was intended here. So what I'm looking at here is that Leo, he's a pre-promote, sure. I'd rather give somebody else this experience, but the highest attacker here can only hit me for 5 damage. So it's a safe way of dealing with this. I need Kubels to talk to this guy. And once I move this, then I can get Mozu and Niles in a position where they can, like, support. But first things first, I have to get this this wall blocked off. Let's take you out, because you're going to do the most damage. Bam.
Failure is no option.
Shit experience. I don't love that. I can get Kubels in a position where she can only get shot by 1. No, wait, actually. Hold. I can either attract one of the Sky Knights, or I can get shot by an archer. I'd rather get shot by an archer. I'd rather not attract the Sky Knights south. Because there's only 2 of them, but then they can do a bunch of flying around. Up north has the Wyvern Riders, who are best equipped to deal with that. So let's get Kubels down. Oh, I can't walk through you! Then I have to put her here and hope the Sky Knights don't come down. Whoops. Maybe not. Maybe he'll come to me. Because he's safe from the archers here. And if that's the case, then I could put Kubels up here and let her take a shot or two, since Kubels will absolutely be able to take shots from a samurai. Yeah, this spot right here I think is the best one. It's in range of the attack. It's in range of this guy to come and talk to her. Let's do it. Kubels gives 2 strength, 2 1 skill and speed. It's not enough for Mozu. You have 26 speed. They have 19. The Yato will still allow you to double. The Steel Sword will not. 23. Yeah. I'd rather. No, do I want her to double and kill them, or do I want her to just weaken them so that somebody else can get kills? I'm gonna go with the weaken option. I'll go with my Dragonstone so that I can take more damage. I won't be able to hurt them, or to kill them, but it's safer. Okay, up north. I've attracted 1 silence, but she's not gonna move, so... And it was effective, so I can't get another one in here. I'm gonna have to just get these units all past. Let's... deliver on the plan. Two of these guys have to have fucking ranged weapons, don't they? And she does have a Kodachi! Hell yes. Okay, done. So we're gonna set you up. Right here, right on the very edge, because I want to make sure that I'm doing this with control. Then we switch. You equip Kodachi. Then we transfer. Bam. And now she has defense of 17 and speed of 20. And a strength of 16. I think she'll be fine. We are going to separate you two out so that we have 2 flying axe users that are ready. Okay, you to wander up here. Well, let's do this first. Blind Iron Man childless. Yep. I got 3 dead units so far. It could be much worse, but I'm holding on somehow. And then Mozu, who is still fine. I just don't want to put her in a position where she's going to get attacked. I think the Javelin, her ranged weapon, is going to be good for next round. I can set her and Niles up to do, like, supports on each other. Yep, Jacob died immediately. Jacob died in the first mission where I chose the side. Yeah, so 8 damage.
No hesitation.
It hurts, but it's not that bad. You're gonna come down and do, like, nothing to me, because I just need to get rid of these archers.
Let me help you.
Was that all?
I don't feel good about this. I had to. I had to clear them out. These are 3 kills that could have gone to anybody else. That's like almost a full level's worth of experience on a lower unit. Ah, fuck! Damn it! I should have moved Mozu. That was the whole point. That he would be able to come up and talk. Now I can't use him this turn. Okay, this is now bad. This is the Sky Knights that have the crazy increased speed coming after me. And only one of the Sky Knights went north the way I wanted them to. They have too much resistance for Camilla to be any good here. I could hurt him with Baruka, but it's not going to be enough. And if I put them next to him for actual, like, melee damage, then I'm in range of the archers. So that's not going to be good, and I can't do anything about this Hoshiden at this point in time. Back down in the south, I don't have any flyers to let me get access to these dudes, which means that they're just going to wreak havoc. Niles to kill one of them is probably a good idea, because then there's only one. And Sky Knights only have an attack of 21, and it's true they're gonna double. And that could hit someone like Niles. No, wait. It won't. It won't double Niles because he's just a little bit too fast. So Niles is safe. It will absolutely double Keaton, so I need to get Keaton dealt with, or, like, healed up somehow. It would double Mozu. I need to get Mozu defended somewhere, or, like, probably put Mozu with Niles. I wanted to get her a kill, but now with this asshole around, it's about survival. Playing Shadows of Valentia on hard, and I've been having a lot of fun. Awesome, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Lynn. So, Leo's not the best option here. I want to swap to Benny. And Keaton is injured, so I think it's better to pair up Keaton with somebody. But I need to get Mozu and Niles dealt with first. Mozu would only do 10 damage, so it's not enough. That would be good. And I've already determined that Niles can't get doubled. He's got a defensive 11 versus 21. So he would only take 10 damage, as long as I keep him behind the lines. I'm thinking the smart play might be to kind of retreat a bit so that I'm still just staying behind all these guys. Because the passers are too far back. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I was to move Kubels here, I can talk to Keaton, and then Kubels remains sort of the front line. Maybe I pass off Benny. And then I get everybody else behind. And I have no choice but to let the Sky Knight do what they're gonna do. But that'll keep Kubels roughly okay in the front. The Sky Knights cannot attack her from the north. They can only get her from the south. So at worst, I would have 2 attacks incoming on Kubels. The Samurais have done 8 damage to me maximum. And they have an attack of 22. The Sky Knights can't double me. And they have less damage. So I would take another 8, 7. I would take another 15. 15 damage. Which is still okay. And that's if they all focus fire Kubels. Maybe I pair up Mozu with Keaton or Keaton with Mozu. To figure out who's going to help the other one survive more. And or just get him to take a vulnerary. But this one has to happen first, I think, because I need to make sure that there's not that much damage coming in.
Oh, that's it? All right.
5 points is good. It's a shame that one of them was in magic. And even more resistance. I would have loved some defense or strength. Niles is really starting to show his lack in attack power. He was only able to one-shot that Pegasus Knight, like, just barely. It's no longer an overwhelming amount of damage. So now we're gonna hop down, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna talk to you.
Hey.
Hey, you, with the sword and the hair and stuff. What's that? Why does that man have a tail? That's really how you're gonna play this? I thought you looked like a nice lady, but you clearly have issues. For the record, I am not a man with a tail. I'm a wolfskin. Which is, I'm a man and I do have a tail, so fine, I'm proud of it.
Huh?
What's that? Have you been living in isolation your whole life or what? About that. As a wolfskin, I can transform into a wolf by using a beast stone. Pretty killer, eh? It really is. Sorry, I've lived a rather sheltered life. I hope I didn't offend you. May I ask what you're doing here?
Again?
I'm just sort of a bit unsure of my whereabouts. I can't find my way home. I was thinking maybe, you know, help a fella out. So that's why you called to me. You're lost, poor thing.
I really don't care.
I mean... Alright, you got me. Maybe just a little lost, but mostly not lost is all. It's complicated. I actually don't know this area, much less the way back to your
I
home.
see.
Well, whatever, I can manage. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Why don't you join my team? Snow the First, subscribe to Twitch Prime. Thank you, Snow the First. I'm always so happy when people spend their Prime on me. You get yourself a boop. Ooh, actually, you know what? I need to mildly adjust my screens here. Because one of these is getting crushed a little bit. Let me see if I can do anything about this. Yeah, the side view mode just wants to give priority to the top. That's weird. I guess you're getting all the info you need out of the bottom, even if it is a little squished. Yeah, it's good. It's on 50% for both too. I wonder why. All right. You seem like you'd be a great ally. What do you say? Oh, you get yourself a boop. I love Shantae. It's the best. Now that I will hopefully have access to a second emote, I'm finally gonna get to make my lewd, and it's gonna be Shantae. Like I'm 95% sure it's gonna be Shantae because I don't have an actual Shantae emote yet, and she'd be great for it. But yes, we're a big fan of Shantae, we're a big fan of Poppy, and we're a big fan of Luigi. Join your group.
I guess I'll save your tail.
I could find my way home anytime I wanted. Let's get that clear. But if you really think I'd be helpful, I can't very well turn you down.
Well,
Your tail's wagging. Does that mean you're happy right now? Happy to join us? No, it's not wagging. Stop it.
Keaton,
I guess it's settled. Nice to know you. My name's Keaton. As a token of our new friendship, I'd like to have this treasure I came across. It's a hairball. Gorgeous, ain't it? Best one I've seen in ages. No need to thank me. As my new pal, I'm entrusting this gem to you. You better take good care of it. I will do the. Oh, I tripped it went in the water. I'm so sorry. Now it's all soaked. I'm sure it's worthless now. No, Pokegod, the lower screen does use the full real estate because I have the 3DS in my hand and I'm looking at it. It absolutely uses the full real estate. Now hold a sec. There it is. With the mention of Luigi, I'm actually plenty woken up now, so we can turn this back on. I mean, it's super overblown, so I can fix that. There we go. Okay. Oh, actually, this is awesome. I also get to use a vulnerary. I was worried that I wouldn't be able to do that. So now Koobles is up to full health. Okay, so first thing that we do here is we figure out what Keaton will give as a basic pair-up bonus. He gives strength and speed. Nice. 3 strength, 3 speed. So that would prevent Mozu from getting doubled by the Sky Knights, which is pretty good for me, honestly. And it means that I don't have to spend a turn healing him either. If I was to attack, you do a lot of damage. Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. Good to know I will be able to rely on you later on. But for the time being, I want to make sure that I've got good coverage here. I could also just set up Benny to, like, be the wall, because that's what Benny's really good at. And I think I'm gonna do that. So let's have you pair up with Mozu so that she can't get doubled. I should also equip your Beast Rune instead of the Beast Stone. Actually, I guess that doesn't matter. Mozu gives skill and luck. Yeah, so it's a bad idea to have Mozu go with Keaton because then he'd still get doubled. This is the better option. Bam. So now she's got a speed of 23, can't get doubled. And an attack of 21 will not hurt her all that much. She's fine. She's gonna be fine. So we'll have you hop back here. Keep that javelin equipped just in case. Oh, actually, all the way back here. And then we'll have you guys make a run up here and let Benny be the wall that he's supposed to be. Because you guys do not have ranged options, do you? You do not. All steel. Wonderful. Switch Benny with your steel lance. That's good. Wait. Okay, back to the north again. don't think there's really any way around it. I'm gonna have to deal with the throwing clubbers. Well, actually, now that they're here, I kind of have to just get them out of my face. Because I think the best way to deal with this is going to be to sort of retreat myself into the corner a little bit and let the Sky Knight continue coming at me. So you would have this distance for movement alone, and then you can attack inside that. Alright. I don't think I can actually prevent the Sky Knight from attacking me. And with that being the case, it might be a better idea to try to get rid of the clubbers here. This guy's gonna be able to shoot me no matter what I do, which sucks. But it's like, oh well. Yeah, I can't kill him with one shot. And the Kodachi doesn't do well against you. I need to let the Sky Knight come at me. That's just like a free attack that I can do nothing about. Speed of 17. Yeah, I can't double that. I need 23. Or 22, whatever. Math. Bad idea. Just wanted to check how much of a bad idea that would be. So if we get Baruka to help with you, that's 13. I would like to not have to attack you from the south so that I can prevent this dude from coming in. And I've got Azura for another shot. Nope, that's bad too. Okay, that's something. Oh, the throwing club has reduced effective speed. Right, that's why I can double him. Okay. And I can double you. Okay, so I like this. I'll have to use Camilla and Elise as a wall around Azura. But you only do 21 damage. And Azura has 21 HP plus defense. So it might not even be a good idea to use them as a wall, but if I just keep them next to her, she will take a reduction of 4 damage. Okay, so here's the plan. We Baruka this to kill you. Good, make sure I have the distance for it. Not Camilla. Baruka this. You go down. And it's Shazam.
Too easy.
And then we have Selena hop up here. Actually, who needs to kill more? Selena does. So I'll have Azura wander up here, sing for you. Baruka will wander up here, and she can take a handy axe shot, because she's got the defenses for it. But can she take a double? Actually, no, never mind. That shouldn't be a thing. She shouldn't need to take a double. I still don't love that. I'm going to do this instead. Just, yeah, handy axe at range. So you can't hit me back, and I remain outside the range of the other attackers. Good. Then Selena can step in. Yeah, the Kodachi just can't do it. The Norian Blade can, though, and will also reduce the damage incoming to me because it gives more defense.
I'll protect you.
Shazam!
What a fool.
Excellent. Selena level, first one of the map.
Huh?
HP, skill, and defense. Alright. HP and defense are good. It makes her more wall-like. So that's them dealt with. I will have to deal with an attack from the throwing club, but she's got 22 defense. She should be fine with that. The throwing club only does 22. It won't hurt. It's you that I have to worry about. But I don't think I even have to worry that much, because the units who all matter would be capable of surviving an attack of 21, even if it's like just a free damage shot. So let's get... Elise is gonna mean less damage incoming because the -3 taken. So we'll say you there. Wait, and then I'll set Camilla just north of it so that... Actually, she doesn't even have to move. Let's just leave her there. So Elise might get shot, but Camilla will reduce her damage a little bit, and we should be fine. I could also just pair her up so that she has more defense. But I might need her next turn. I'm not gonna need her next turn. I might need her next turn for increasing somebody else's damage. Let's leave it like that. I'm happy. Please tell me I did not miscalculate somewhere.
I'll go with you.
Good on Niles for dodging. Yep, you're going for Elise. 26 damage, not 26. 16 damage, I figured that would happen. She can take it. No doubles. They didn't attack because Benny has too much defense. Damn it! I wanted you to hit me! Little sons of fuckers. Okay. So now we can have Niles. Why not? Capture gives me more options. I'm okay with more options even if I never use them. You're mine now. Hoshiden was captured, and then we can have this. You see, like, Mozu does good damage when she can go on the offensive. She can ruin folks. And then this guy is capable of killing too. And if I want to use him, he's actually lower, so let's let him do it. Ooh, but I don't... A Wolfskin probably can't class up, can they? Don't answer that. I'll look it up later. I'll try giving him a Master Seal and see what happens. For now, yes, he's lower in levels and I want to use him, so we're gonna let you do it. Don't miss. Bam!
Loser.
Loser, loser. All right, good. So I think the South is mostly safe now. Benny is just not going to be able to attract any damage like this. But I also can't really move him because that would allow the passers to get in here. So I think I need to kill this dude. Like, as is now, the passers can walk up to Benny, but they can't get past the line yet. If I separate my units at all, then they'll have an in. So I need to kill the one unit, and next turn, kind of go on the offensive. I guess maybe not. Yeah, because Kubels is still here with the Dragonstone, and Benny's just not attracting any attention. So let's do this instead. I'll separate, so now we've got even more line, and I've got some more units to fill a gap in case I need it. Kaze's not a great idea right now. Stick there with the Dragonstone. Back up north. Okay, so I want Selena to start attracting these guys. So let's hop up here. Give you that Kodachi. And you, little Sky Knight. What are we going to do with you? Camilla, why are you using that fire? It's not good enough. Use your iron instead. Oh, wow, cool. I can change what she's got equipped without actually taking her turn. That's more what I'm talking about.
Right next to you. Hurry up and die.
You thought you were hot shit. Pfft. Second level,
All right.
I'll take it. HP's good. Resistance on a Wyvern Knight, that's good. Okay, so up here is also pretty safe now, and we can have Elise get to healing.
This is my mission.
It'll be handy to just have her with a weapon so that she's less of an attractive target. Oh, I'm also going to sing for you, just so that you get some more stats.
Thanks.
And then... I don't want to set Camilla there, because then she's just going to be, like, really attractive for this dude to come and bash. Let me see what would happen if I hit him with fire. Not enough to kill, actually, which is surprising and good. If it'll weaken, then I'm fine with it. And what kind of damage can you do if you were to actually hit me? An 8? Okay. I'm fine with Camilla maybe taking a double shot because they're not going to be able to do too much to her. So you can equip the Shocker, be there to give Selena more damage. Good. Oh, yes, and another silence, too. And it missed. Cool, so you're down 2.
Be careful. I'll spot you.
Good. Can Camilla survive the double archers? She doesn't have to. They can't attack her at this far away.
What are you looking at?
I didn't want that. I kind of forgot that Selena would support him. So, like, that's another pre-promote soaking up a kill. Strength, speed, resistance. Strength and speed are good.
Looks like we have no choice.
Ow. Take my dragon horns.
All right.
Cool. Kubl's attained that thing, weapon level C. That's another 8. I think she'll be fine. Dragonstone, yep. Okay, so next up is the archers. So I'd like to leave Selena with the Kodachi to attack them. But I think I'm gonna have to have her take a second turn to do that. I can have her hop up here, kill this dude. Yeah, just with like a steel sword, and this will be fine.
Strength is everything.
Just a bam. Dodge that. And crack a pow. Good. So next question, who actually wants to fight the archers? Should it be Selena or should it be Effie? I feel like Effie, even with weapon disadvantage, would be able to javelin them in the face and make them dead. And I'm curious to see that happen. I mean, Selena's the one that got her stats buffed right now, 'tis true. So she would take 7 damage, and the Kodachi would do 11. Versus... Right, Selena's actually got more defense than Effie does when Effie's supporting her. And Perry's Lance can't double them. Alright, Selena's just the stronger candidate for this, surprisingly. So let's make sure she's in a position to attract both of them with your ranged counterattack. And then get everybody else up and close enough to be involved next turn. You've got a Vuln. Let's go ahead and take that for myself for a round. Yoink. Good. Alright, down here. $12. She's got an attack of 20. You have defense of 8. I feel like Mozu could get that javelin kill before Kubl's moves. Can she ever? Wow! Whew.
Well, this is a surprise. So, why have you come to see me?
Thank you, History Master, for the host. How's it going? Effie's dealt with babies tougher than those archers. Seriously, she uses them as dumbbells, and it's very concerning. Alright, now you're the problem child to worry about. I feel like this is still okay. Like, if you want to swing through and attack Mozu, feel free. You're not going to be able to kill her. That would give her a little bit more damage. Or I could just set Leo in this position and stop you from coming in and attacking again. But I don't want to give it to Leo. Benny, what can you do as a weakening move? You could almost kill him as a weakening move. Alright, let's go for that. I'm gonna force this unit to attack Mozu. Dodge and a clink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we move Leo back here. Bam, good. So you can either attack Benny and do jack shit, or you can come and attack Mozu and get killed. Either one's fine with me. And Camilla can continue attracting the silence so that Elise doesn't have to worry about it, and I'm good. Yes, Kubles is this game's lord. My sword's better than your bow. Ow, I forgot that you had that.
It's all right. Pay attention.
Cool, 9 damage. Good luck.
You die on me, I'll kill you.
Bam.
I did it.
Okay, and now the southern side has been totally cleared up. If I had 2 healers, I would actually be able to, like, continue pressing the attack on the south here. But all I have is Elise, so I need to, regroup. You pair up with you. Bam. Niles already has 6 movement. let's get going. And then up here, we've got a bunch of archers to deal with now. Baruka's at 16. Selena's at 15, and Effie's at 15. So I'd like to give it to them if I can, but I can't have both of them go because it would take a move to separate. Oh, no, wait, I totally can, because I can have Selena do one. With the compensator, yeah, wait. Yeah, there's nobody else around, okay. So Selena do one. Compensate!
I'll protect you.
So bam!
What a fool.
Selena level.
Huh?
HP and speed sucks. I mean, they're both useful for her, but it's only a 2-point level. Can Azura do any good damage, or is she just used for her dance? She has a higher strength growth than fucking Ike does in his game. So she's apparently able to do some really heavy-hitting damage, but she has a defense of 6, an HP of 21, and it's a bad idea to use her for attacks. It's more like if you happen to get in a really shitty situation where she gets attacked and dodges, she might be able to hit him back really hard.
Thanks.
And now we switch to Effie with her folding chair, and this archer picks a god and prays because he's about to meet him.
Well fought.
Good. And I guess the silence really only lasts for one turn, so it's not that big a deal if Elise attracts it. Let's just have you wander out here. Because this healer is going to die next turn. Damn, he can run a far, far distance. Okay, that's good. Effie is at 15. There you go. We'll let you do this one, too. Look at this damage! Look at this damage!
Can we start now?
Bam! Oh! You trying to get cheeky on me? You little staff-wielding son of a bitch? That's not how this is gonna go down. Nuh-uh. You don't get to dodge Effie. Effie will keep coming. Bam!
Good.
Look at that. I knocked her hat through her body.
I'll spot you.
Oh! 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 Effie. Effie's still the best. Speed and resistance and strength and skill and defense and HP. All of it. I'll take on the whole army. I believe you. Whew. Effie has passed the 100 ranking. She's joined the 100 club. Up there with Camilla and Elise. And Azura for some reason. Jesus. Effie will not be stopped. Elise can move pretty far, so I'm going to have her come back and start healing these guys up now. So, now that that has been dealt with, one of the thieves will stop by this chest on the way by. We need to start planning our next move. You have it in Feeble, which sucks, but it's not that bad. I think, actually, yeah, one of my generals is going to be the best option to deal with these bows up here. So I have to... Oh, can I not? Okay, yeah, so... Good, this is a bridge, so I can come in on this side. Oh, maybe a bad idea, though. I need to make sure I keep track of you. I can't leave a unit on this space, or else that unit is going to get warped in and taken by the boss. So I need somebody to attract this archer to come and shoot me.
Sorry. And the only ones that I have up here right now are Sky Knights, or Wyvern Knights. It's probably going to be Selena again, honestly, so we'll have to wait until next turn for that. I can maybe start attracting Enfeebles, because I'm not planning on using the Wyvern Knights right away. Yep, that's out of range of all of them. Okay. So get you to waltz over here. Sveech. Good. Oh, she needs heals before I can do that. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait until the rest of the army catches up. Attract that other Enfeeble now. Because I want to just get rid of it totally if I can. Come down here, heal up Koobles. What's Enfeeble? Enfeeble will weaken all of your unit's stats for 4 turns. Like, look at Camilla right now. She's been pretty brutally knocked down. And if they hit one of your frontline fighters with that, like when you've done a bunch of math and figured out, hey, I can survive this hit if I do this, and then they hit you with an Enfeeble, suddenly every hit does 4 more damage, and you can't hit back very hard. So it's very risky. I've used it mostly in terms of, like, bosses. I find it very fitting that Wolfman and Village Girl are working together. Mozu has, like, good chemistry with a lot of people. Mozu works well with Effie. She does good with Koobles. Wolfman supports her. It's nice. It's a good team up. Yeah, there is no debuff removal. You just have to wait for it. Oh, she's getting healed just by standing next to Azura. I forgot about that. That's also good. Let's see. Will you use your Enfeeble again if I've already been, like, hit by it? You will not. Okay. So I need to get that Enfeeble out of my face. And it looks like this space up here is actually a safe one to do it. So you guys have already been hit. I'm gonna have Azura wait here. She'll get hit by Enfeeble, but will not get teleported and will not get attacked. And that buys me a little bit more time to keep moving the rest of my units up. We will switch you guys, because you also need to heal. At least get on that.
Thanks, I guess.
Heal broke. Brr, 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 brr. Right, so let's separate you guys so that Kaze can get that chest next round. We'll run you two up here. Alright. And now Camilla is in a good spot to attract the last Enfeeble while I get everything set up. Kaze can go and grab this, which is a Seraph Robe. That's more HPs. It's only 5 in this game. Get Niles up here. And nobody else needs heals drastically right now, so Elise is fine. Oh, wait, let's Convoy take those extra heals. So next turn, we're gonna have Selena move in and start this attack. Is there anybody that I can set next to her for boosts? Kaze and Baruka will give her boosts. So if I set Baruka right in the spot where Camilla's at, actually, that'll be close enough to give her boosts. Okay? I'm happy with that. For now, let's separate you two because I feel like Benny might be better used elsewhere. Kubels might need to be part of the front line. Just do a dance, any dance, doesn't matter what. Oh, wait, who would I want to put Benny with? Damn, I got a lot of level 16s right now. I'm starting to wonder if I should just, like, focus fire somebody to get a class up and then just have them exist as an emergency button like I've been doing with Camilla. But then I'm like, nah, keep it even. Keaton still needs some levels. Is there a particularly bad overall unit in this game? I think they're talking about Odin, which is a shame because I kind of liked Swordmaster Odin. Okay, so that's that totally dealt with. I no longer have to worry about Enfeeble. At this point, let's get... Well, let's keep moving you guys along. I'll separate them because I'd like to give Benny to you. Now you have crazy high defense and strength, and you're a beast man. Well, bam, so that we can give her some extra, some extra stats. Officer is Sing. And then you can step into the ring with the Kodachi. We'll get you to step out, Barukas to step in to give a little bit of support bonus. And then once the archer spam begins, we can decide where to go from there.
Let's do this! I'll fight you!
Good. Okay, so there is something for Baruka to do right now. Oh, fuck. You have promoted Kinshi Knights behind them. They have bows. I'm gonna need to think about this for a second. Bathroom break. Okay. Let's try to tackle this. The bows make Baruka and Camilla a bad idea for taking them out. Because they will immediately attack. Or they'll just straight up to switch to that unit and then hit me with a bow. Plus they're promoted units, so they're giving a lot of boosts. Hello, Xenomonocles. So if that's the case, I'm thinking it might honestly be best to have Benny. Again, Benny. But maybe not, because he has so much defense that they have an attack of 21 and an attack of 23, while Benny has a defense of 22. If I moved him back there, like if I gave him a ranged weapon and had him book it immediately in the other direction, I might be able to, like, have him sort of attract them and just, like, stall them for a while. But I don't exactly have a good way of taking them out. Benny and Keaton aren't bad. Also, I need to see what Leo does for somebody. Give me a second here. Leo gives magic defense and movement. Okay. So, he'll be bad for them because they're magic users. I'm using Effie up front right now. See, Effie would probably be a better option because she has a low enough defense that she would attract attention. But she has a ranged weapon to hit back and, like, really ruin them because Sky Knights do not have much for defense. It's just too bad that Effie is currently fucking occupied up front. But maybe she doesn't have to be. Here's what I'm thinking right now. Camilla gives 2 defense. Effie has 18. Parry's Lance. Strength of 22. Strength of 11. Strength of 13. So she'll always activate the more damage. I still have to do some planning on making it work, but here's my plan right now. I'll back Selena out, give Effie to Camilla, have Camilla fly in range, swap to Effie, so Effie is in range and can attract the attention of these guys. The only space where that's viable is right here. And that's still, like, that's putting them in an attack range where they might be able to get at the rest of my units over here. But it's, like, the only thing I think I can do. And then maybe just keep walking Effie farther away. Camilla gives defense, so Effie will still get, like, some bonus. I think she'll get up to 20 defense. Which is not so much that they do 0, thus they won't ignore her. She will be alive, though. And if I need to, I can fly in support with Baruka and then get them to switch. So that means Selena, Baruka, and Camilla and Effie are basically all consumed for this turn. I still have to deal with these archers somehow. Keaton's not close enough to do it, and Mozu's also a little bit too far away. I'd like to hit them with someone first. Actually, with 24 HP, Keaton will pretty much just shrug off anything they throw at him, so he's a good option to just, like, slowly Hulk his way forward. I could have Keaton walk up, use Azura to dance him, and then get him into the fight that way. I just have to move Elise first before I get the rest of this plan put into action. So she's effectively doing nothing this turn. Sucks a little bit, but I gotta get it going. Okay, so then we do this. I would like to give Effie the javelin too, but I don't know if there's gonna be time for it. Maybe. Here, let's do this. Because killing these units back here will give Effie a ton of experience. Like, she'll be set for a little while, and she is the best unit to do this. So, let's have Mozu step up here. I hope this will work. We'll go like that. We'll have you guys step up here, and then we will switch, trade. I don't know if trading constitutes as an action, and then Effie wouldn't be able to move. So here, I'll do this with you first. Trade with you. Take the javelin. Yeah, I can only trade with one person. Okay, so that sucks. I can't get the javelin to Effie. But let's transfer you, Effie, over to Camilla. So that's step 2. Now we get Keaton involved up here. And here, maybe I can do this with Kaze first. Nope, not without a doubler. I can't. Get Keaton to stand here. Now we get Kaze to come down here, and you have support. You won't kill me. I have a good chance of killing you. 16 and 8 is 24. I have the HP for it. Come on. Bam. Bam. Good.
Thank you. Remain calm.
Okay, HP is a little bit more survivability. Shit. Plan is not gonna work. I can't set Azura here. That's in range of you. For the warp. So you're too far away to be able to do a double hit on Kaze. That's good. She won't be able to hit back on this archer when the archer comes up and shoots me. But it's only one unit and there's nothing else that should be able to hit me. So let's kill you. Xeno, what are you talking about? Heroes being bad. That's not a thing. Selena has been consistently high on skill. Like, she doesn't really miss. And that's always the thing with heroes. Like, heroes don't have a specialty, but they're like infantry cavaliers, but because they have less movement, they have higher stats. They're like all around really fucking good. Every hero I've ever used has been untouchable. I have no reason to believe that Selene is going to be any different. And no, I'm not using Leo, alright? I've already given Leo 3 kills in this map, and he's only gained 12 experience. He's a waste right now. Giving him kills is siphoning off valuable experience from my other units. There will come a point when giving kills to Leo will give him decent experience, at which point he will be balanced out. But right now, I need that experience on my other units. If anything, I think I'd like to send Leo down with Baruka as an oh shit emergency for these Sky Knights. I could also do this with Azura, which would ensure I get the Javelin onto Effie.
I guess I owe you one.
Then we trade with Effie, Javelin, good. And we fly you over here. Switch you. So yeah, Effie's got a defense of 10. I mean, not 10. Defense of 20. And a Javelin, which is really good for hitting back. Like, sure, the bow will have weapon advantage over her, but she's got a defense of fucking 20. I think she'll be fine. And then I'll send Leo down as... I mean, he's got magic, which is not great. He also has a sword, which he could use to hit the bow wielders if he really needs to. And he's got pretty decent defenses. Then again, Baruka won't be able to move till next turn, so if I really have to pick somebody to go down, I'd rather send Mozu. Because Mozu's got 12 defense, sure. She won't be able to take too many hits, but she will also 100% kill anybody she shoots. So I'm going to keep Leo up here for the time being. Okay, I was hoping the Sky Knights wouldn't get involved just yet.
Can't let you do that.
This is what I wanted. This right here. Some damage means they'll still hit her, and Camilla will eventually give her dual guards. But I'm pretty sure Effie's gonna be just fine. So I'm gonna pull everybody else outside the range of these Sky Knights. Although only thing here is that I need to count this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So long as I leave this corner space empty and pay attention to the diagonals, I should be able to avoid this Sky Knight getting at me. Of course, I could also just do this. Which will ensure that this one goes down, but then that's the bow user, so it doesn't actually help me at all. I think Effie might be best where she's at right now. This unit has no other targets but Effie. So let's just take out one of them here.
I'll play with you.
Bam. One down.
What a workout.
Yeah, this would be a bad time to send down Mozu anyways, because Baruka can't get anywhere but the sea. And if I put her down there, she would be in a position where she'd be getting attacked a lot. So, wrong time for Mozu. I need to worry about you assholes. Sword Catcher, that's bad. If I was to switch... Okay, so that's good. That'll fucking destroy you. And that deals with the Sword Catcher. I would need another ranged unit to be able to deal with this Archer. And Azura's a little too far away to really get anybody up in the thick of things. Still, I think the Sword Catcher is going to be a necessary one because I've got some units with swords here. So let's just one-shot you real quick.
I believe in you.
Oh, that's it?
Archers are great. I don't know what you're talking about. You in the chat. I wish I could like archers. I only like them in Guide and Echoes since I found they could be replaced by frontliners with a hand axe or something. But that's not, like, the hand axe is not a primary ranged weapon. You can use it as a ranged weapon, and, like, it's meant to be a ranged weapon, but it's not very good as a ranged weapon. Bows are meant to be ranged. Snipers, or, like, there's usually a class that gets 3 range instead of 2. They have higher crit chance. They're usually fast and very accurate. They can take down flyers. Like, they absolutely have a place. So if I could take out this archer, I could get Keaton into the fight here. But I cannot do it. You have too much defense. This might be one of the rare use cases for Leo. Just because I need to get this guy out of the way. And again, I should stress I don't want to, but, like, I will use the tools that are available to me. Because Baruka can't get anywhere but the sea, and then she's in range of, honestly, both of these units, which is very bad for her. I don't want to send Keaton here because I want to have Keaton go in and attack the Sky Knight next turn. And I can't set someone here because then that's going to attract the attention of this Kinshi Knight, and I want to keep them on Effie. I don't think Selena's going to be part of combat this turn. Let's get her out of there. Yeah, I think I got to take out this bow user. Because I would like to get Baruka kind of in the south, too. Let's track that. Oh, interesting. Right, because I left Effie there, so this corner spot is actually valuable. Okay. That changes things a little bit. That means I might be able to set Keaton here. And because Niles doesn't do much damage, so if I set Keaton here, temporarily... leave him with his Beast Rune. Then I have Kaze do this. That's 30 damage. No, it's not. What am I talking about? That's 20. The most I can do is still 24. It's not enough. Damn it. All right, fucking Leo, it's your job. Feed you another kill you don't need. Because you're just gonna one-shot them anyways.
Sure, why not? Excellent.
Banky, I still don't know what you're talking about. FE7 really shows their true colors. What the fuck? That's not... FE7... I always use an archer. Rebecca or Will is, like, every single time is part of my endgame team. And they slaughtered dudes. Okay, so we'll get Kaze to back out of there a little bit. Make sure I'm still tracking you. Yup. Azura, step up here. We will sing for you.
I was doing fine on my own.
Then I can step... Oh, right! Wait, Beast Room? Is it? Do I just do good damage against flyers? What's with that 30 damage thing? Beastbane. Unit in animal form to deal bonus damage against beasts. So that's like knights, cavaliers, pegasi, and wyverns? That's awesome. It's not a very good hit chance. But you're also just a Naginata user. You're not that scary. Like, you are not the sword catcher. Shabam! Keaton is a permanent beast killer. That's cool. The grunting was attractive, and I was a big fan of seeing Darth Dad just sort of look there looking like he was having real tough time not orgasming at the complex nature and just the artistic undertones of that song. He doesn't deal effective damage against wyverns. Oh, is that because wyverns are considered something different than beasts, like they're dragons or something? Okay, so there is a unit with freeze involved now. Get you not freeze, get you to heal up, Selena. Pegasi are beasts and flyers, kind of like how a Great Knight is beast plus armor. Gotcha. Good.
Right next to you.
Oh, so the weapon disadvantage means that Effie has a pretty bad chance of hitting back with the javelin. Not impossible. Just not very good.
How wonderful.
Which complicates things a little bit, because they're gonna do 12 damage to her every turn. And she's not gonna be able to hit back. If I can take one of the bow users out of the equation, though, I could theoretically swap back to Camilla to destroy the other one. She has a vulnerary, which is good. It's probably a prime time to use it, unless I can kill one of these guys. It's a shame that the one I want to target has such a low chance of getting hit. But if I attack from close range, they can't shoot back with a bow. I'm gonna worry about Effie in the south. I mean, Effie over here in a moment. Because for now, I need to you chose not to come after me. I'm guessing because you don't have the damage to hurt me. So then what if I come after you? Yeah, you do 0 damage. Okay. And you all have 20... Perfect. Go for it, Keaton. Just, like, ruin them. Or you could do 4 damage, and I will guaranteed kill you, which I'm happier with, because that means they'll actually hit me, and then I get to kill them. What did you think the animation of Azura's dance? The animation was great, and that particular version of the main... the main song in the game was better than the one that she sung before. Because it actually had, like, some tempo and some rhythm, some speed to it. I still didn't like when they, like, mucked with the lines to make it fit. Like, the English lines to make it fit with the, what is it? With the rhythm of the song. There's something about that song that just does not work well for me like that, so it was a good scene. I liked the scene overall, I still don't like the lyrical part of that song. Is there somebody I can send over there that would make a more attractive target than Effie for, like, 1 turn? A sword user would probably be smart. And if I send Selena down with Baruka, she'll get 3 defense. So she'll be up to 17 defense, which is not that much lower than Effie. And she also, like, she might get hit by the spears, but they have less attack power than the bows, and she would have weapon advantage over the bows. I could also then set Baruka, like, here-ish, and provide another block from this Hoshiden Knight being able to make a beeline for my units. I like this plan. I gotta move Leo to make it happen. So let's get you out of the way down here, somewhere, I don't care where. Sure, stand there. Hi, how's it going? I'm not gonna hit you because, you know, like, we both know that I would completely crush you underfoot, so just, you know, be happy that you get to breathe for a few more minutes. Yes, and Selena has the Kodachi, so she can hit back at range. So bam, let's go like that. Yes, I would like to get her as far in as possible, so that I'm not baiting them to come farther. We're going to switch. I'm going to make sure that I have the Kodachi equipped. I can't double, but I can shoot back against the bows. And I hope her lower defense means that she'll be a more attractive target than Effie. She can't hurt them for as much, but she's more likely to hit. I'm also now going to make that attempted javelin hit on you. If I can end one of them now, that's great.
Right next to you.
Bam! Only one bow user left. Strength, skill, and luck. If Effie wants to be a lucky knight that can never get critted, I'm cool with that. Skill is good, she'll hit things. It pairs well with her immense monstrous strength. I still need to fucking get everybody out of range of this Yumi. Okay, let's go like that, because Elise can walk farther. I'll get Kubels to waltz down here-ish somewhere. Doesn't matter where. Bam, like this. Good. Azura can sing for you. Effie has a base strength of 16. I'll check it. Lovely magic. Rena Strober described that scene as singing the fast version of the song for the grumpy guy in the toilet. That makes sense. Accurate. Effie has a base... What are you talking about, 16? Effie has a base strength of 23. 16. Her base defense is 16. And it's not that I'm not... Okay, Leo. Leo exists, and I'm sure Leo is very, very strong, and I bet he's got decent growth, too. I'm not using him right now because of the way that the experience gains are calculated. If you use high-level units to kill low-level units, they get, like, no experience from them. You need to use same-level units to get, like, a good boost. So I'm using all of my not pre-promoted units to kill all of the enemies, because they're around the same level. They will get good experience. Leo will become part of the regular rotation when I actually hit units that will give him experience. Oh, damn it, I forgot that Mozu doesn't have the parries lance anymore, or a javelin or anything. There's nothing in here that I can use for range either. I was gonna kill this Hoshiden. Fuck. What's the body count? 3 deads. Jacob, Odin, and Nyx are dead.
Let me help you.
Where's my praise?
Shabam! Strength and speed are good. Wolves are a proud bunch. I'll do better. And time for another big bash.
Have no fear. That was close.
Fresh meat.
Excellent. See, 4 damage is not really anything to worry about.
Let's see how this goes. You all right, dear?
Good, you got her with the javelin too. Upgraded weapon level, and now, because of the units that have just chosen to attack in a certain configuration, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Effie come down here and crack you over the skull with a folding chair because, you know, there's no kill like overkill. Bam!
Well fought.
And then we'll have Selena hop over here with a Kodachi with weapon advantage this time.
Gotta eliminate it.
You're not getting away from me. Bam! Yes! Okay. Whew. The Pegasi Knight emergency has been quelled by Effie and Selena. Why'd you let Odin die? Yeah, it was a misclick. I had, on the map with all the stairs, I had Elise stop on the stairs instead of go through them, and thus Mozu and Odin's escape route was cut off. The mages chose to go for Odin over Mozu, and I'm thankful at least for that. Okay, so Keaton the Wolfskin is doing pretty good in catching himself up. I'm thinking now, honestly, like if I had to pick somebody to drop, I might go with Benny. Like, I love Armor Knights. I want Armor Knights. They need to be walls and generals for me. But Keaton's a little different. And if Keaton is also basically a functional tank anyways, then like I'll take Keaton and Effie over Benny and Effie. But we'll decide that next time. Whoops. Oh, well, that was just the charger cord. I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, so with all that dealt with, who's next up and closest to a level? To 17. Go ahead and slaughter this mage, Mozu. Why are you trembling? You do 34 damage to her. She can't get away.
What do you know?
Chest key. Oh, damn it. I left Kaze sitting next to a chest and did not open it. What's wrong with me? Ooh, 10,000 G's. That, like, doubles my funds right now. Yes! The backseat policy is shut the fuck up. Don't backseat.
Let's go.
If I... Don't tell me how to fight. Don't give me strategies. Don't tell me what to watch out for. If I actively talk about a unit, like, having some ability, and I've, like, registered it in my mind, and then I look like I'm gonna forget about it, that's the only point where you can say, hey, remember that thing you already talked about. Aside from that, if I ask specific questions, you can answer them then. But don't act like a player's guide for me. Please, and thanks. Okay, so that's actually most of the map cleared up. Now I can get my flyers back up into position and initiate the boss kill plan, which would get you out. Yeah, deal with the archer, then deal with you, and then it's boss time. So I think Kaze might be the best bet to deal with the archer first and foremost, but you need somebody paired with you. Defense is good, strength would be better, so let's separate that. And I'll get you to step down here. Next turn, Benny can come and pair with you. Don't act like a player's guide. So, yeah, let's go with this. So you get more defense and more strength to countershoot. Bam. The spoon is good for follow-up attacks. You've already got way more speed and will double the guy, so you don't need the spoon. Flame Shuriken will hit magic, can't make critical hits or trigger offensive skills. It can follow up, though, so what's your effectiveness here? Defense and your resistance is way lower. Let's go with the magic. And who's gonna take you out? Mozu hungers. Kumagera is like a general that learned that magic is bad. I can see that. Mozu, go, kill.
Let me help.
Does the boss move? Nope. So I need to do switches here because I need the flyers back. Okay, good. Time for another episode of Mozu Bully Healers. Oh, damn it! You are not moving. That's not what I wanted. Ugh, that complicates things. I had a plan to deal with this, and it's not gonna work now. Because these 3 units together make for a very dangerous combo. You have an attack of 26? You only have a defense of 11. Maybe if I put up a helpless unit, you'll come for me. Switch. Defensive 22. You can hurt Benny. Come on, come hurt Benny. Because, like, I need to get rid of this entrap so that she can't warp a unit in next to Kumagera, crazy damaging boss man. But if I send in a unit to, like, kill them, the only one that can really get at them is a flyer. And then there's the archer here. So, like, I guess the backup to the plan could be I send in a flyer to kill you, and then I send up a ranged unit to kill the archer. It has to be a range because I do not want Kumagera initiating attacks because he's got 2 abilities that give him hit plus 40 and plus 5 effective speed when he initiates. I don't know what Mozu is, so, like, no, I don't have plans. That's the whole point of Blind Run. I don't make pre-plans. I don't want to use Leo again, but if I absolutely have to, I could use Leo to take out the archer. And then that would work. I just want Mozu to devour souls. Look, don't turn precious little Mozu into the devil, okay? She doesn't devour souls. She just happened to take Odin's because it was there. And she only took half of it because he's still kicking around as a ghostman, or as a zombie. So she took the soul, she left enough there so that he can still shamble and he can still pretend that he's a living being. You know, she's a villager. She's from the rural countryside. You have to make use of what you can there to survive. She's being pragmatic. Okay, so these guys are back up. I'll send them both up here just so that I have the option of both. You're still not coming for me. Okay, so this has to be the backup plan then. Kaze can't do the damage to kill, so Kaze's out. Niles isn't close enough, but I think that Niles might be a better bet. He definitely outspeeds the bastard, and he's at a good enough level where he won't get, like, he'll get full experience.
Not bad, I guess.
Camilla could easily annihilate the archer and survive Kumagera. She could, but I also don't want to do that because Camilla is a pre-promote. She gets more experience than Leo, but, like, she's here as an emergency button right now. I'm giving all of the experience to unpromoted units. I need those guys to be stronger. This type of experience management has always been a part of Fire Emblem for me. Like, it is how I concoct my strategies. Speed is never a concern for me in these games. When it is, I get very stressed out. Okay, good. So Niles can do it. And he's at the appropriate level, so cool. That'll work out. Next turn, we can make our move. I'm also going to make sure that Niles has the dance skill boost, just in case that was what got him to 100%. Okay, and then over here, if Baruka can do it... She can. Good. Wonderful. So, let's start off down here. Make you dead.
Let's go.
All right, getting bonus attack from the boss. Very, very happy that I sent him up with a double.
Are you okay?
Maybe I should have captured that guy. It would be handy to have a second archer around.
This is my chance.
Strength, speed, and luck. She needed more speed. Okay, good. Then Baruka can swoop in here. And we will destroy you.
Don't you dare move.
Bam!
Who's next?
Good, good. See, Camilla and Leo start entering into the equation when I deal with boss characters, because I'm at the point of the game where they're starting to throw promoted units at me as bosses. I used Camilla to defeat Ryoma in Chapter 12, and it gave her basically a full level on his own. How hard does the boss man hit? Boss man has 33 attack power. And he has a magic as well. I just started replaying Fates yesterday, but I started with Birthright. Did you already play Birthright, or are you just going to play Conquest? I'm only playing Conquest. I was completely happy skipping Fates entirely because story and characters are a big part of what I appreciate in Fire Emblem. The only reason I came to Fates is because I heard it has the best gameplay, like the best map design and the actual strategy of the series. And I'm enjoying it so far, but yeah, the story is hot dog shit. I don't really care about losing units because of who they are. I care about them because that was a swords master, and I like swords masters. Which is like half the attachment just gone. See, so yeah, you will really not do well, Baruka. And you're using a forged weapon. And then next turn, he'll swap to his red magic and just ruin you worse. That kind of puts Camilla into the same boat. Because I could hit you from range, but for some reason you can use your steel mace. Never mind. Okay, so a steel mace is a ranged attack, so I cannot force you to change to magic by hitting you at range. And Camilla's got some resistance, but not a lot. I mean, 16 is more than most of my team, so it kind of is a lot, but it's not, like, overpoweringly a lot. So what do you when you ignore the weapon triangle? You could do 10 damage, and he will do 19 to you in reverse. So plus 5 effective speed. That would put you at 19. As long as I keep that in mind, that he's got 19 speed, I can plan properly. And a hit plus 40. Okay, so that's good. I could let him attack Keaton. But that's with that. If he hits me with the magic, that makes it scarier. And he's also in a position where I can't really hit him from two directions. I mean, I could get a flyer up top, but I can't hit him from the left. You would do 11 to Camilla. You've also got a strength of 23 and a magic of 14, so this has a might of 10, so that's 23, so that's 33 there. And then your magic would only be 19, actually. So Camilla, if you sit here, would probably be fine. And I can leave you with the Shocker, which would do 10 damage in return. Wait, no, because you wouldn't get doubled. It would only do 5. So if I left you with an Iron Axe instead, you would do 12. I'm thinking of units that can survive an attack from him. 19 speed. Because, like, letting him be weakened first and then swarming on him is a better option than swarming, failing, and then letting him counterattack somebody. So we're going to leave Camilla here with the Iron Axe. At the ready. Baruka cannot be involved. She's the... Oh god, this sucks even more. I can only hit him from the front with my ground-bound units. Flyers are the only ones that could get up here. So, okay, what do you have? Your resistance is a base value of 9. If you hit me for 19... 9, so you would do 10 magic damage to Selena, or you could do 16 magic damage. I mean, 16 mace damage, but you won't be able to double her either way. So she could also take a hit, but you have a good amount of defense, so even with weapon advantage, I can't really hurt you that much. With that in mind, I think the steel sword is my best bet. Because no matter what, I'm not going to double you. So I'd like to do the most possible damage in return. Bam. Now, who's a good option for the front? Thinking it might be that I send up Benny with Keaton. Alternatively, Kubels has 9 resistance. Which I think, yeah, the same as Selena, so the same math can apply, but she has no health. That's a bad idea. Let's get Leo out of here for now. You can always run up and join the fight later. Mozu would be a bad idea because she's got very low defense and resistance, so we're going to switch and staff heal up Niles so that he can be involved. So if we use Niles, he'll get hit for 18. And that's his weaker stat. No chance of a crit. And 19, I can't double him either. So Niles seems like a bad idea to get in there as a main target because he can't do much damage to him in return. Who can I pair up with Keaton to make him give him a little bit more power? I think it's Kubels. I think it's got to be Kubels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's still in range for Niles. So let's transfer Kubels to you. You got a defense of 14. You can still take a hit. Your resistance is 7. Shit, I need to think about that. When you get 9, and an attack of 19... I have 33, 19 minus 7. Okay, that's only 12. That's not too bad. And your physical will hit me for 19. Or 13, and I like this more. It's less damage, but less damage on me. That part doesn't matter. I can hit him for more, but it might miss. It's a pretty good chance of hitting, though. So let's leave him here with the Beast Rune. Bam. And Azura can dance for somebody because she was too far away to be of use. still a bad idea. It would lower his stats, but I can't do that to start off, because then Kaze's just there and he's going to get counterattacked. It might be a good way to start off next turn when I go all in to weaken his defenses, but not now. Oh. How the fuck? Oh, if you use magic, then you had enough to... Okay, well, that kind of sucks. We're not leaving until King Garen's maker. Stay out of our way.
You'll be alright.
Okay, it's still not too bad. He's got a bunch of HP. Okay, you're down to 24. Let's use Kaze, because now you have the wrong weapon type and I can hurt you. Okay, I still can't hear you, but I have a higher chance of hit, and you have no chance, well, a lower chance of damaging me. So, of what I've got, what will lower his defenses the most? Flame Shuriken is defense -4. Steel Shuriken is defense, and it lowers his strength as well. I like steel. Bam.
I'll protect you.
Get this Ninja Boy an energy drop. Maybe I don't know. I don't know if it's really going to be worth it. It might just be that he does 0 damage and debuffs. So Niles is close to 17. Elise is close to 19. If I get Niles in there, now he has weapon disadvantage. But he has a shit ton of resistance, so what am I talking about? Capture can't use an enemy as an increase of... Capture can't use attack support, so I have to get him to 1 HP if I even want to have a chance at that. I don't think it's worth it. We could just let Effie do it. We could just continue letting Effie be the boss that she is. Compensator won't kill for Selena, so she's at 16. 16, 65... Sour Fang can't do it. Benny's out for a round. I don't want to give Benny a kill right now because I'm still going to gauge which one I want to keep next time. Mozu, though, doesn't have a ranged weapon still. They're both on Effie. Compensator will leave the boss with 1 HP. All right, I'll give it a shot.
Must I restrain my...
I'm quitting right after this. These maps take so goddamn long that I only ever do one of them in a stream. Bam. Alright, I guess we captured the boss man. It's Conquest in a nutshell, just let Effie do it. Jam your King Garen. Speed and resistance, not good. Yes, he's death fodder, but like, why would I use him? I have so many units that need experience. And I'm not in a position where, like, I have lost so many that I need to rely on the enemy units. Selena and Baruka. Yay. We somehow managed to win, but it seems the singer got away. Who even has that kind of power necessary to curse father with a song?
Yes.
I don't know, but I intend to find out. She's most certainly with the Hoshidans. We'll all be in a world of hurt if she shows up again. She must be stopped. I'm not convinced she was Hoshiden. I have a strange feeling about that.
Goodness!
Father?
How are you feeling?
I'm fine, my daughter. I have a new task for you. Kill all the singers in Nestra. Every last one of them.
You can't be serious. It was the Hoshitans who attacked us. The other performers are innocent.
Insolent fool.
Foolish girl. Nobody, but nobody makes me jizz in my pants. I'll destroy everybody. It can't be. I cannot allow myself to feel pleasure. Or I might suddenly decide not to destroy everything in the world. Perhaps if you had caught the guilty party, the others could have been spared. It's your fault. It's your fault. You did this. We must destroy anyone who might pose a threat to the North. Rebellions are like seeds. We must salt the earth before they sprout. You've seen many battles by now. Surely you've at least learned that much.
No.
No.
Of course.
Consider it done, my king.
Yes.
Leave it to us.
Do not fail me.
I look forward to hearing good news of Kuurbro's efforts. You do it. Make her do it.
Wait, both of you! Father, I tried to bring this up earlier, but now it simply can't wait. You keep ordering me to take the lives of innocent people. Why? Why? I don't understand why you keep making me kill innocent people. Just like, come on. Maybe if I reason with you, maybe if I try again. If we showed mercy and tried to talk things out instead, nobody would have to die. Even if we managed to win the war this way, people will lose faith in our kingdom. That's hardly even winning.
What?
Okay. Okay, so being just black on the surface is not working. You are not picking up on this. I guess I have to try to frame this some way. Are you a princess or a saint, foolish child? After what you did in Cheve, I'm shocked to hear such a moralistic complaint.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't stop Hans and Cheve as much as I wanted to, as much as I tried to. What happened there tortures me. It's no way to solve a conflict. Killing innocent people for our own benefit, for selfish glory and control. Is that really the Norian way?
Yes.
Is that really the legacy you wish to leave behind?
Uh-huh. You finally understand. Though you still fight it. I desire only to rule Hoshido. I don't give a fuck about No. I and those who follow me will do whatever it takes to achieve that. I don't care if the peons that fill our towns don't trust us. Break a child's back every day, anyways. It brings me joy. Those who disobey will die. The rest will quickly learn.
All right, Kuurbro. So let's just go, because I can clearly tell that the way we do things in this family is bothering you. Father, Kuurbro is clearly exhausted from her travels and our recent battle. Please forgive her rude remarks. She doesn't truly feel that way. No, fuck you, Leo. Shut up. I said that's enough. Let's go.
Have you tasted the food we have in No? Hoshido's got sushi, Kuurbro. Sushi! I can't stand cabbage for dinner on the 5th day in a row. And this is what the king eats. If you care so much about the peasants, what do you think they're eating?
What are you thinking, challenging father like that? Do you have a death wish? Does he? He's tried 4 times to kill me! Already! You heard the awful things he said. You don't agree with him, right? You can't agree that it's acceptable to kill innocent people for our own benefit. What was that? Sorry, that little girl was looking at me funny. Stop killing children! Why do you think I helped you save Kaze and Rinka? But just because we disagree doesn't mean we can openly disobey Father. If you do, one of these days he'll overreact and have you killed on the spot. Trust me, sister, it's best to just stay silent and follow orders. That's what Camilla said too.
Yes.
Your other siblings and I have been living under Father's thumb our whole lives. I'm certain that Xander and Elise would tell you the same thing.
Yeah.
Cool, so you're all terrible. I know that's how you and the others have been forced to live all these years. I understand your perspective, but like, how about no? I refuse to harm the innocent. All I want to do is protect them, protect everyone.
Sister.
Such a Mary Sue. Think about who you're talking to. You know me better than that. We must follow Father's orders, or at least appear to follow them.
Huh?
What do you mean?
Know this.
We may not be able to openly disobey him, but we're not powerless. Us royal siblings have made an art of appearing to be good little soldiers, all the while secretly manipulating things for the better from behind the scenes. How do you think we've survived this long with our souls intact?
Well,
Because you haven't met Mozu, or Effie. They're on my side. I'm impressed, but isn't it dangerous to go behind Father's back all the time? Sometimes the righteous path is the most treacherous one to walk.
So,
Listen up, start searching in unlikely places to give the performers time to escape. If our soldiers catch any one of them, I'll step in and insist on killing them myself. I can't promise we'll be able to save them all, but that's the best I can do. I'm sorry I doubted you, even if just for a moment. Look, you know, it's fine, considering I told you to follow the orders of Darth Dad, and, like, I've got just the biggest evil caller in the kingdom here. It's still Inside Out, by the way. Shut the fuck up! You know how whiny Camilla and Elise get when you're unhappy? No one wants that. Besides, doing things like this is exciting. It's not like I'm a hero or anything. My Brynhilde is glowing, and so is your Yato. What's going on?
it can't be.
Is this the transformation the Rainbow Sage spoke of? Whoa! It's growing into the sky. Koobles, if we did the smart thing, then we wouldn't have a game to play. Now shut up and get back to Waifu Simulator. God damn it, I don't want Waifu Simulator. Even if we don't do something to change it now, can we at least address it and make a reasonable plan to change it later? I'm not asking for much. No, screw off. Yep, that's about it. The Yato's transformed. This must be the Grim Yato the sage told me about. What are you talking about? Did I miss something?
Well-
In Notice to Guess, I sought out the Rainbow Sage as Xander suggested, and then, as he was dying on my blade, he said I would soon join forces with another hero of Nor. And when I did, that my Yato would evolve into the Grim Yato.
see.
Incredible. Does that mean that I'm the Norian hero? That's the only explanation. There's some sort of otherworldly connection between our weapons. The sage also said my sword is fated to become the true Seal of Flames. That's all he was able to tell me. Because I twisted it and nicked his heart. The Seal of Flames. I wish I had time to digest all this, but this is a luxury we don't have. Iago and Hans might have already captured some of the singers. I'll leave you here. Promise not to challenge Father while I'm gone. I mean that. Your life depends on it. But what about his? What if I just, you know, stab him? You got the Grim Yato. And save. No. Save. Alrighty, well, let's clear out the map again, and then we'll continue this next week.
How wonderful.
Oh, wonderful. Camilla is the one that gets to persuade them. Kumagera, come join me. Torture the prisoner? Twist my arm, why don't you? And twist something else. Twist a lot of things.
Time to play. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh. Sweet dreams.
This may take a while. Alright, no good on that. It's like a regular Yato, but grimmer. Let's check it out real quick. Ah, so the might actually went up significantly. It used to be, +8, and now it's up at plus 11. Defense and resistance +2. It gave me like a negative before, so this is awesome. So I got some mining stuff. Let's go play the lottery. Camilla better have a 100% success rate. I would like that. Your feminine wiles won't work as Kumagera. The man is gay.
What's this?
Your prize is not too thrilling, but it's not half bad. A vulnerary? I'll take that. I'll take that. All the way over here.
Huh?
Looks like it's in good condition. Hey, a sacrificial knife. All right. You know what? Lilith is already level 20, so I'm gonna skip on her. Let's stop in at the armory and see who's manning it.
Please, take your time.
Damn it. Azura will not give me a discount on anything. Wait. Oh, she does give me a discount on lances. That's weird. Okay. But I think I already have, like, a lot in terms of lances. No, I have a lot in terms of swords.
Farewell.
And I've got a lot of money. So, like, lances. I've got 3 bronze lances, a forged iron, a forged steel. Yeah, actually, I can totally use that. I could make another forged steel or another forged iron. And then once I do that, then I could get, like, a +2 on one of them. Yeah, let's do this. I've got some money to burn and a bunch of lance users.
Please, take your time.
So let's get... Sorry, I have to confirm it. I don't want to waste any money. Can we upgrade the armory? Actually, that's a thing I was thinking about. Buildings. Because I can build some new stuff. I have 1 DP point. DVP point. Or I can upgrade. And yes, I can upgrade the armory. I don't know if I want to. Like, I'd like to build something instead. But all of these things do, they're just for invasions. The next map is 20 minutes. If that's the case, then I'll just do it next stream. Like, I can't hang around. I have parents who are coming up to help me with some moving stuff. But I could also give them accessories, guys, and then I can send people out with little bows on their heads. Alright, I'll upgrade the armory. I think that just lets me, like, buy higher level things. But I'm not really relying on higher level things. Damn it. So, inventory, coolables, items. So, yeah, I've got that many bronzes. I need 2 iron lances and another steel. And if I can buy any ranged weapons, I'll do that too.
Please, take your time.
So, yeah, see, now the steel ones are infinite, and I can buy a silver lance. And there are more javelins, and wow, there's a lot more stuff in here. Like, crazy amounts of more stuff. So I don't know how valuable I don't need the Blessed Lance. The killers do a might of 7. That's only equivalent to an iron. But they have a crit rate of 25. And they cost a lot. So I definitely, like, the javelins cost a lot, but it's on sale, and I want to get another one because that will up the power of the javelin that I have now. So we're going to buy one of those. We're going to buy 2 more irons and a steel. So that's right there, just on lances, I've blown half my money. Maybe I'll think about killers next time. But that's everything that I wanted to get out here. I made good use of that discount. Staff store, who's manning it?
Welcome.
Skill, magic, strength. Yep, so it's still pretty much what it was before. I think I've got another heal and vulner. I'm fine on this. Shining bow might be something to look at. I don't think I have it.
Please, take your time.
Oh, shining bow, magic weapon. Cannot make critical hits or trigger offensive skills. So it's a magic weapon. Why?
Farewell.
Why would I? The only person that can use the bows right now is Niles, and he's only got a magic of 7. No. Who's manning the forge?
Oh, hello.
Oh, so we can also forge some lances. You know what? I'm gonna do this now just because it's like I may as well take the discount on the steel that I want anyways. And you guys are here, you can help me name it. So let's forge up another steel lance here for only a single ore. Yep. What are we gonna call this one? Effie's already got her folding chair, so like what can I do now? Which thing should I bash into shape? The siphoner? I don't know. It might go to Mozu eventually, because she's going to have the speed to be able to use steel. Who's going to use it? I don't know. This one is not predetermined for anybody. I got the butt poker. Stabby stick's not bad. Plastic cherry. Mozu's got to start somewhere. Why Gruntilda? Shish kebab because of the grunting earlier, and it's heavy steel. I'm gonna go with fence post. Somebody just ripped it out of the ground. There we go. And then I can make another iron lance. Is this on real hardware? I don't know what Citra is. Alright, I'll go with plastic chair for this one. Because it's an iron one. So the folding chair is the upgrade. There we go. Mozu may need a soul collector. When I forge two things together, maybe I'll go with that. Oh, the javelin too! Shit, yeah, I gotta do this. I gotta forge the javelin. So, a ranged spear. What can we call this one? I came up with one of them. You guys gave me the other one. What's this one? Achilles heel. Heel. Pilot. Enough with the chairs! The mistake? Why is it a mistake? A forged javelin is a thing of beauty. If we keep using chairs as weaponry, how are we going to have enough seats for dinner? That's a good point. Good point. Screamer. Dining table. Come on. Ballistic. I could just call it a ballista. Because let's be honest, Effie's probably going to be the one using it. Nah, it'll be Mozu that uses it. She needs the, sharp football. Done. That's the gold I was waiting for. It's perfect. Yes. Thank you, Mr. C. Okay. Yay. Many forged weapons have been happening. Let's drop a save. We will go through the supports next time. There are a few more. And we'll also figure out, you know, a little bit more armory stuff, some inventory stuff. We got stuff to... Hey, Benny and Keaton work well together. Maybe I should keep both of them. Mozu and Kubels is another thing. Camilla and Baruka is a thing. Selena and good. Baruka's getting good. No thanks to all those S's. I will ignore them. Bam. The black. That's not... It's not, foreboding at all. I will never drop Effie. Don't even joke about that. Effie has fallen from the sky with a folding chair and flattened a man and his horse. I will not use partner seals. No. Don't ask about my gifts, alright? They are what they are. So who's going right now? Sure, this dude's doing some Yakuza, and he doesn't usually go on Saturdays, so let's send you folks over to him. We're gonna go ahead and hit Juker with Sharp Football, because it's too goddamn good. Thanks for joining me, you guys. I will continue this on Thursday in the evening before bed. Tune in next time. Bye-byes.